Show right here, folks. It's midweek, Wednesday morning. Welcome to the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe, where we serve you the best of breakfast on TV. We are so grateful that you always choose WoezorTV over the others, and of course, we always promise you to give you the best. We are on from now till around 10 a.m., where we finally hang our cloaks and make way for other programs to come your way. Quite a number of things on our table for discussion this morning. Mind you, today is actually International World Malaria Day. There is a conversation on that this morning as well. How far with the fight against malaria? Where have we got into as a nation, and to a large extent as a continent? Are we really doing well? What has happened to the vaccines that were set some time ago that were going through some tests here and there? We'll find out answers to all of those questions right here on the show. Most definitely our guest will be seated in studio for us to have that conversation on malaria. So brace up and prepare your questions. When the moment comes, we'll activate the phone lines for you to join and ask those pertinent questions, especially children and also our pregnant women. Yeah, malaria is a deadly ailment. So we'll find some answers to that particular question this morning right here on the show as well. 6 TGMAs, what's happening? And you should be on the lookout for Tune Talk later this afternoon as well. Promises to be bigger and better. Surprise guests will be on for you as well. So as I will come your way with all the updates in the world of entertainment. And then we'll also be having a conversation on the Get Fund. A lot is happening with Get Fund, right? Early part of the week, we saw what people term to be some sort of should I say misunderstanding or a back and forth between the Ministry of Education and Get Fund. But indeed, that was nothing at all. And I'm so worried at times that people just churn out fake news, make propaganda out of it, and that is it. People just buy into it. But the good news here is that Get Fund has been well resourced and they are on track. They are giving out the funds, or they have released some funds for projects to happen, especially tackling issues on school feeding. It's a major conversation we should be having right here on the show as far as the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe is concerned. So it's a packed show this morning. I invite you to join from all angles. Feel free to follow us on all our social media platforms and drop your messages under any of the broadcasts. It's our responsibility to read that out loud and clear. You can also send us a text via WhatsApp number 055-269-7939, 055-269-7939. Let's look at our weather this morning. It's been raining, right? It's been raining at some parts of the country. Yes, I think yesterday we had that some parts of the Volta region and also central region or so, they recorded some rains. But this morning, the temperature is hovering around 26 degrees Celsius, not too hot as it stands now. 26 degrees Celsius, quite fair. No clouds gathering yet, no signs of rain showers, especially in the capital city here in Accra. But the temperature is expected to rise to 32 degrees later this afternoon. 32 degrees later this afternoon, somewhere around 12 noon, 1 p.m. thereabout. It's going to get a little bit hotter. So please, we always encourage and advise you to wear some light clothes as you step out. But you can never tell. Maybe later in the day, it can rain. And I know some parts of the country, when the sun becomes so hot, trust me, it will surely rain. So if you find yourself around such areas, especially the mountainous areas or the hilly areas, of course you should be expecting some rain showers later today as well. So you can protect yourself by carrying a small umbrella along. You can never tell. It happens anyway, but no signs of rain showers, especially in part of Greater Accra this morning. So be safe out there and protect yourself as well. Let's remember to keep our frontage clean, to avoid what we recorded some years back when the rains came. You know, we need to keep our drainage systems very clean, neat as well. Let's allow the water to flow. We don't want any stagnant water. And also, we know that malaria, actually, the mosquitoes that transmit this malaria, they breed more on stagnant water. You know, so whilst we are celebrating World Malaria Day also, we should be conscious about our environment where we live, where we work, and every other place that we find ourselves, especially our spaces. So we keep it clean, devoid of some of these ailments here and there. But our motivation this morning is very well self-explanatory, and it talks about you as a person having patience. And it reads, be patient with yourself. Growth is part of the journey. Be patient with yourself. Growth is part of the journey. Very self-explanatory. Look, I was telling Clenham earlier that it is about the anxiety, the urge to wait, that time frame between when that growth will come and when it becomes. So that waiting period is the patience that we are talking about this morning. Not many people have that heart to wait, but it is part of growth. To be matured, to have that growth, you need to wait patiently. Look, you are not in competition with anybody. I always say that there are 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week, 28, 29, 30, 31 days in a month, and over 300 days in a year. Clenham could get his on the first day of the week. Kofi can get his in the 5th day or the 6th day or even the 30th day in the month. It's still a blessing. And God uses that period to prepare you. God uses that waiting period where you are exercising patience, you are relaxing, you are taking it a step after the other. He uses that period to prepare you, and that is growth. I mean, if you are in a haste, if you rush, you will rust early. And that's exactly what this whole motivation is telling us this morning. You take it a step after the other. Don't see yourself to be in competition with anybody at all. The blessings of God comes at his own appointed time. This morning, it could be yours. Next day, it could be somebody else. So don't be too hard on yourself. I mean, 28, 27, 29, 30 years. Yes, Kofi can be driving a Honda Civic. You may not have it. It doesn't mean you are late at all. Don't be too hard on yourself. I always say it. Take it easy. There is an appointed time for it to come. And you need to be very much matured. You need to grow. You need to grow through the meal. You need to go through it, understudy, learn, and focus. And that waiting period is when you get all this. So patience really grows people. It develops you into a better version of yourself. Imagine you are in a haste for that job. You are handed over that particular job with no experience at all. How will you coordinate? How will you work effectively? So wait, take it one step after the other. But I always say that whilst you wait, you need to keep focus. You need to continue working hard. You need to surge on, and that is just the way to go and ensure that you arrive at that particular destination. So don't be too hard. Don't stress yourself. I know it is really frustrating. Sometimes people are so depressed for a fact that their colleagues are doing better, their friends are doing better, their family members, peers are doing better. Charlie, don't rush it all. Relax, take it easy after yourself. It's a journey. Where we find ourselves, it's a journey. Life is just a journey on its own. When you get to your destination, yes, you are light. When you get to wherever you are going, you drop off the bus. So you take it easy. You must be really much prepared for that particular journey. And it's that moment that you need to look at it. Sometimes setbacks will happen. It's just for you to be corrected. It's just for you to lean back and take a look at it, review it, and reconstruct it. Sit back, take a second look at it, and work it out. And exactly that's what the motivation is telling us this morning. So don't be hard on yourself. You are not late. 35, 38, 40. You are not late at all. Take it easy on yourself. You need to grow. You need to grow through it. The meal is there to prepare you so that when you are handed over that particular job, that position, you know that yes, for the 10 years that I have been waiting, for the 5 years that I have been waiting, I am fully prepared for it. If you rush for it now and they give it to you, tomorrow you crash. And that is it. So take it easy on yourself. Don't be too much in a haste. Don't rush it. That's the motivation for the morning to spark up the Wednesday's edition of the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. My name is Randia Haji. The team is seated to serve you the best of breakfast. Stay with me after the break. I'll introduce them and then we can set the ball rolling.
Not too long ago, the great President John Mahama went to the United Nations and spoke for my people of Jamaica and the Caribbean and the Americas. And you said, we are not looking a handout, but recognition of what took place in the transatlantic slave trade. I thank you, my president. I am a child who suffer from this. Chains on my feet, whip in the hand. And tonight I sing a song to go along with your mission of reparations. Not a handout, but to acknowledge. But we're gonna do it not just reggae style, we're gonna do it high life. A high life remix by me, Graham Smargan of Morgan Heritage. Oh, President Mahama, I thank you for saying what you said at the United Nations. Reparations, justice must come. Africa and the Caribbean as one. Zimbabwe, not charity, but exposing them both. Now a new day of justice is born. Across the ocean, torn from the land. Chains on my feet, whip in the hand. But your light carried us through the storms. Now a new day of justice is born. Reparations, justice must come, yeah. Africa and the Caribbean as one. Not charity, but exposing them both. Now a new day of justice is born. Reparations, justice must come. Africa and the Caribbean as one. Not charity, but exposing them both. Now a new day of justice is born. Africa crying out loud. Now a new day of justice is born. Mahama, I give you strength. From Ghana to Zimbabwe, we thank you for holding the way. We say, Mahama, justice must come. Africa and the Caribbean as one. I say from Jamaica right to Accra. Now a new day of justice is born. Play it, Lord. Across the ocean, I was torn from the land. There was chains on my feet, whip in the hand. But your light carried us through the storms. Now a new day of justice is born. Mahama, Africa, and the Caribbean as one. Now a new day of justice is born. Papa Mahama, Africa is crying out. Now a new day of justice is born. I love you. Much love from Jamaica. Ooh yeah. We say Mahama, justice must come. Now a new day of justice is born. We say, Mahama, justice must come, yeah. Now a new day of justice is born. Reparations.
If you're watching this with your friends,
you'll probably make a joke.
Because you know what you feel on the inside
Isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy,
find someone you trust and tell them.
if you get mad at things and you don't know why,
Or have thoughts about hurting yourself. Find someone you trust and tell them.
You are never alone when you share.
Seriously, people care about you. It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share.
Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone.
Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher.
Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong.
Talk to someone.
Talk to someone. It's how things get better.
Gentlemen, I've got some bad news and some good news. Okay, the bad news is that your chances of getting prostate cancer are now just 7 to 1. In fact, prostate cancer is killing one man every single hour of the day in this country. Imagine that, one every hour of the day. But the good news is, we're forming a team to stop that clock. Men United. It's time men united together to fight prostate cancer, the way women have united against breast cancer. We need to get together and find a cure, as well as better ways to care for the 250,000 prostate cancer sufferers out there. Please, get on side and join us in the fight. Men United versus prostate cancer. We can win this.
Your flight is ready to leave.
Sit back and relax and enjoy the flight.
All right, so welcome back. Many thanks for still staying with us right here on WoezorTV. As I intimated, quite a packed show for us this morning. But major on the conversation table is on malaria. So I said earlier that it's actually today. World Malaria Day is on Saturday, but here in Ghana, they are launching the campaign later today. We'll talk about all of that. And as I mentioned also earlier, that I am more particular about the numbers. Are we doing better with the fight against malaria? How are we treating ourselves? How do we keep our neighborhoods clean? Because I think, and from what I have heard, it's about us as individuals and not any institution. But before we rope in our guest this morning, I think it's actually a wine or red Wednesday. Selassie in the MCR is also in wine. Now is in wine or red. Is that red?
A shade of red.
Okay. Because it looks almost as the W at the back.
Yeah. Yesu Moja red.
Talking about Yesu Moja, which of the Mojas are you talking about?
I mean the one Jesus.
Which of them? Moja. Which of them?
No, the
is it the one mixed with hibiscus?
I said from Jesus. I have not mentioned. This one is not in a bottle.
Okay.
Yo.
But it's in the glass.
Neither is it in a sachet.
Oh, they have sachet too.
Share.
Sachet?
Yes. You see what they do? Abensu. You know Abensu. Right?
I'm sorry.
You know Abensu.
I know Abensu.
Is it the way you do Abensu that it's here? They have.
Hold on. The sobolo you are talking about. Is it the same one I'm also talking about?
The sobolo people church that they wear white.
Yes. They have the sachet one. So I saw a friend said that he went to one of the pubs recently and he saw the sticker on the door. Anyway, but now how are you doing? You're looking good. It's midweek.
Yeah.
Midweek reminds us that we are halfway through the working week.
I'm so excited.
That is midweek.
Friday is just at the corner.
No, I get excited when it's Thursday. Well, weekends begin on Thursday because Friday, I mean, you know.
You're a typical Ghanaian.
I like
Friday
it.
is another day.
I am a proud Ghanaian. We like it like that in our country.
You are part of those Ghanaians that won't go to work when you raise.
Hey, me,
You appear when it rains. Your excuse for not coming to work is rained. Friday is a weekend, and so work should close half day, in fact 10 o'clock. What else?
When the morning is so busy, there is no car.
You see,
that's also another excuse.
Meanwhile, you woke up at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, yeah.
What else?
What is there? A typical Ghanaian worker. My wife is sick,
so you can't come to work. Number 5.
I have to attend PTA meeting.
You see, he's confessing.
Oh.
He's confessing.
These are realities.
No,
this is a typical Ghanaian worker. These are some of the excuses they give, and some it doesn't really add up. Some we can pardon. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Some we can pardon. For instance, now if you wake up at 5 a.m. and you know Accra, it rains around that time, dawn, between 4, 5, 6 a.m. and you're supposed to be at work at 6. Where the rain they come heavy. How do you walk in the rain?
Me, mom, the way I am, you have to swim.
You get it. So that you can pardon. Okay, 2. The unavailability of a car around that period, you have to report at work. Let's say us, pata 6 a.m. You have to be ready, seated in front of the cameras. If you don't find a car between 4, 5, 6 a.m. going your way, what do? You
request a ride.
Yes, there are places where you can't even get rides around that time.
Look for Okada.
That's fine. That's an alternative, right? Yes. So there are options. There are alternatives.
No, it's buy a bicycle.
Hey, riding bicycle from Kaswa. Then let's pray for Godfrey or Clenham or even Stephen. You know where they live? Those guys are in Dodowa.
They're not part of Accra.
No. Stephen, Clenham.
They are the outskirts of town. Outskirts.
They are in Dodowa.
You see?
Format is in Ada.
Those people, when I'm going to my hometown.
Yeah.
They come to work in the city and then they go to their hometown.
You get it? So such people, how do you help them out? Genuinely, you get it. But the wife part,
the drivers, they are friends.
Okay, Format can. You know, Format had locks some time ago, so he can easily find his roots with them. But Clenham is an osofo.
So he will stand in the bus and preach.
That's another strategy, though.
That one, they don't take lawyer fare from those pastors.
Oh, they do.
They don't.
They do. They do. They pay. Or maybe if another passenger is touched by the word, then the other guy pays for the offering.
Even get offering on top.
Yeah. Say asemu tachiwa. How do you say thank you? Say show appreciation.
Danase.
Danyamiase. Danyamiase. Then they will hold the Bible like this. Then they will send it this way, send it that way. Stra. Anyway, now let's talk about malaria this morning.
Malaria.
Yep.
Atamita lumifanchi.
Okay, that's what comes to mind. And I don't know why they are so expensive.
Bro.
Yes.
Bro.
So somebody will say that okay, so let me rather use herbs. And that's a conversation we should be having as well. Is that an alternative? Because somebody feels feverish and he concludes by saying malaria. Then they quickly go get some lily tea, neem tree, bavideme, and all of those ones. Added with all kinds of concoctions and they are good to have. But let's have a conversation on malaria.
I'm talking about how expensive malaria drugs are.
Yeah.
Somewhere last year, I wasn't feeling so well. I went to test for. I tested twice before it was positive. And I have a certain kind of malaria drug, anti-malaria I want. If I don't get that one, I don't know whether it's my mind or it's my body.
No, maybe the efficacy probably worked for you.
The rest, only for me to get to the pharmacy and ask, say, oh, do you have this? And they say, yes, they have. How much is it? 250.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Malaria for 2.5.
Yeah, man.
One small mosquito.
Yeah.
That would 2.5 million.
Yeah. And malaria is deadly.
Bro.
I'm worried about, I always think about pregnant women and even children.
Yeah.
Because maybe our immune system probably might be a bit stronger.
Yeah.
And we can withhold or withstand some of these things. But 3 years, 5 years, pregnant woman, heavily pregnant, 6 months, 7 months.
Yeah.
you know. So maybe let's find out the root causes, how well the ministry together with the Ghana Health Service are trying so hard to win this fight against malaria as well. Now, over to you.
Yes, and so viewers, today we are talking about malaria. As Randy said earlier, Saturday is the World Malaria Day, and yes, we are going to commemorate it beautifully. But in anticipation for what is going to go on Saturday, we have to have a discussion on it, a conversation for you to know. And maybe some of you don't know what malaria is. You don't know what causes malaria. Yeah, so today you will know whether it's Anopheles mosquito, whether it is what else? Female Anopheles mosquito, Keyless mosquito, and then the third one is what? Randy, help me. There are 3 types of mosquito. Anopheles mosquito.
To be sincere, if you are not Anopheles mosquito,
the Keyless mosquito. There's another one.
That I don't know.
Hey, Randy.
I'm serious. I won't lie. Should I lie?
Randy.
That's why I'm here to learn. Should I lie?
Randy.
I said I only know of Anopheles mosquito.
There's a third one.
I don't know.
I mentioned 2.
So you've done well.
Over 3,
I know one.
2.
That is Anopheles mosquito.
You are Felix was one. And so, which of these mosquitoes causes malaria? Do you know what the others also cause? Is malaria a sickness that's, I don't know, the mosquitoes, do they come from heaven or something, or it is our attitude that is causing the mosquitoes to get a lot of breeding grounds to breed and then come and then attack us? This morning we have in studio here the monitoring and evaluation specialist at the National Malaria Elimination Program. So he is the monitoring and evaluation specialist of the National Malaria Elimination Program. He is Mr. Wajib Muhammad, and we are going to have the conversation with him. He actually came clad in his fugu sandwich in red. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Great to have you here.
Great to hear. Good to be here.
You're laughing, sir. Why?
The discussion.
Well, okay. Okay, but so it's great to have you here. Let's get into the conversation real quick. What is malaria?
So, malaria is a disease that is caused by the Plasmodium parasite.
Right.
It is transmitted by the female Anopheles mosquito, which you got right. That is when the female Anopheles mosquito is infective. Okay. That is if it actually has the parasite. Right. If it doesn't have the parasite, it doesn't transmit. Okay. So the female Anopheles mosquito, by way of feeding or trying to mature its eggs so it can produce, needs blood meal. And so it only comes to try and take a little sample of your blood to mature its eggs. But if it has the parasite in them, then it ingests it into your system, into you. And so the parasite just moves straight into your liver for like about 7 to 10 days. It ruptures into your bloodstream, and that's when you start feeling the signs and symptoms of it.
Oh, okay.
So yes, you were talking about how we could prevent it. So I spoke about the mosquito spreading it. Okay, so basically the mosquitoes have environments which they thrive, right, which we usually would term as the maternity homes. Okay. So if we are able to eliminate or limit the maternity homes, then we limit the survival of the mosquito to be able to spread it. Okay. And if we are also able to protect ourselves from being bitten by the mosquito, then we prevent the mosquito from picking it from somebody else and spreading it to the next person. Because the mosquito is not born with a parasite in them. Okay. They actually pick it from biting somebody who already has the parasite in them. Oh. So once they pick it from one person, they spread it to as many people until they die. So in a nutshell, it's not caused by the mosquito, it's caused by the parasite, but it's spread by the mosquito.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just so you know, malaria is not caused by the mosquito. It is caused by the Plasmodium parasite, and then it's spread by the mosquito. So the mosquito actually is very, very innocent. Today, Mr. Maidi has spoken for the mosquito, you see. Yeah. It's very good for us. But let's look at the numbers. In our part of the world, I don't know, do we have malaria in maybe America?
Currently, America has eliminated malaria. Okay. I think the last few years there was few cases that came up because some people traveled with it and it spread quickly. Okay. But they don't have malaria in the US. Wow. Even though they have mosquitoes, but they don't have malaria.
Okay.
Yes.
Right, because the parasite is not present there. But in our part of the world, what like the figures, how do they look like?
So, in terms of the incidents, the cases, we are still recording about 5.3 million as of last year. Confirmed cases. Yeah, we have about 12 million suspected cases, but when we tested all those suspected cases, only about 5.3 million of them were confirmed to have malaria.
Okay.
Yes. Our deaths are actually reducing because we reduced deaths almost for about 66% from 2022 baseline. We had about 151, and currently we have 52 deaths as of last year reported.
Okay.
However, it's the cases that we're actually also very concerned about. But when you look at the prevalence, so prevalence is basically what is the burden, what is the reservoir, what is in the community. It's coming down, but somehow the cases are still up. That means that there is a gap between the prevalence and the case, meaning our attitude towards the prevention.
Right.
Even though the prevalence is small, the reservoir is small, but it's spreading more because we're not protecting ourselves. They're still active. So we're still getting more cases that are coming up. So it's important for us to take up the preventive interventions very well.
Sure.
So that as the prevalence is going down, we don't have more people even getting the case. So I think it's important for us to look at how we can protect ourselves and how we can ensure that we win that fight, because we can win it.
Right.
The evidence we're having, so between 2002, the prevalence of malaria in Ghana was about 75%. So it means that if you pick out of 100 people, roughly, from the estimation, even though children under 5 are actually the estimates we use, because they are the most vulnerable. 75 people had parasites. No.
The parasite.
So when you have the parasite, it doesn't necessarily translate to the disease.
Okay.
Which is the point he made earlier on, that the pregnant women and their children are more vulnerable to getting the severity or getting to have the incidence than the adults.
Okay.
Me and you sitting here could have a parasite, but because of our immune system, we're able to actually stand at a certain level.
True.
Okay, but children and pregnant women, because of their vulnerability, immunity, very low immunity, so they were able to express it or they're able to get the disease faster. So we check people who are walking, not sick, and look at the reservoir of the parasite. And that's what I'm saying, that it reduced from 50 to 75%, which was a model, to, as of 2022, 8.6%.
Wow.
Okay, but the cases are still high.
Okay.
I don't know if you get where I'm coming from. So we need to take up the preventive intervention to make sure that the mosquito will not bite you and pick it to spread it to others.
Right.
So I think that's one of the issues we really want to champion.
Okay.
This
and so now in the preventive interventions, what are some of the things we can do?
Okay. So the first thing is to limit the maternity homes of the mosquito as a community. I will always want to start from the personal, because our lives may be personal, but they are not private. True. And every attitude we do affects everybody else around us. And so if we keep our surroundings clean, we try to limit the breeding sites of the mosquitoes around us. If we visit our communal labor community works, we get the environment clean, we will limit drastically these breeding sites of the mosquitoes. Then the preventive interventions that is scientifically proven, that we've actually also brought up, particularly for pregnant women, there's an intermittent preventive treatment when you're pregnant.
Okay.
That protects you and your unborn baby from the parasite.
Okay.
Because the unique thing about the pregnant woman is that whenever you get pregnant, there is a system in you that is foreign to even your own body, which is the placenta. It's only when you get pregnant that it comes. So your system does not know that. So the parasite hides in that. So they can do a number of tests. Once it's in the placenta, you will not find it, because it's only when the parasite is in the bloodstream that the blood test can find it. So for pregnant women, we give them the preventive treatment to be able to protect them and the unborn baby. And so sometimes you get babies born, minorities, some abort babies and everything, because the parasite will compete with the food with the child to be able to do that. So pregnant women should take the IPT. Immediately you're pregnant, you get your 16 weeks or get quickening, kindly start your IPTP till delivery to protect your child. So that's one thing. Then the other thing is the insecticide treated mosquito nets that we are distributing. So It does quite a number of things. It protects you from, it becomes a barrier, physical barrier between you and the mosquito, because at the time they bite, most often than not, you are very deep asleep.
True.
Okay, so then it protects you from that. And actually, the ones that bite don't make noise.
So the ones we hear singing, the mew mew mew.
I like what you used, the word you use, singing. So the male mosquitoes sing, but the female mosquitoes don't sing, they bite quietly.
Okay.
So what the
no, take that again.
What the male mosquitoes do is that, so the female mosquitoes mate only once in their lifetime.
Okay.
But there are quite many males that need to mate, so they have to compete. So the singing is a way to lobby and get the shot. Because once it mates once, it stores the semen. And anytime it wants to mature, all it needs is blood male. And it will use the semen that is stored. Okay. So you know how they have to sing well. So while they're distracting you, the female is doing the work, you know. Okay. So basically the females that cause, so when you're deep asleep, sometimes you don't even hear them sing. Okay. So it's better to sleep in a protective covering, which is the insecticide net. So that whenever they are coming to bite you, you're already protected. The insecticide net also has medicines in it, insecticides in it. So if they take a certain quantity, it could kill them actually. And also the scent can also repel them. Okay, so you have 3 layers of protection. So even if your net does not have the medicine, it's still a physical barrier from the bite. So it's important for us to sleep under the net throughout the night. Because when we check the biting period, it's quite long. And now they're even biting early mornings. Okay, so you have to make sure that...
See, my area, it's okay, let's go.
Yeah.
They bite anytime.
Yes. Well, there are different types of mosquitoes, just like she said. Especially the ones at the Kelly Village, the black and white, the black and white ones. They give you other diseases, but for us, once it is mosquito, we want to make sure that every disease and everybody. But just that today we're talking about malaria, so we'll focus on the female Anopheles mosquitoes. So, for instance, some places like your flower pot, for instance, that collects water and stores it. It's not moving. It's stagnant. Okay. They don't like the disturbed water. They like those ones.
The stagnant ones.
So it's good for us as a community. So beyond the sleeping of the nets, I think let me go back to that one. All these areas, we need to make sure that we drain them. Let them dry up quickly. The rain falls right now. I'm sure we are experiencing a lot of rains. It collects water at certain small potholes that do not move. They are not so dirty, they are not really stinky. In fact, now we have Anopheles stevensii, which now that one doesn't care whether it's stinky or not, it will still use it. Okay, so we need to make sure all those things are emptied.
Okay.
The drains we have, let them clear so that the water can move. Is it moving? They will not survive. So they will not even stay. But once it's stagnant, then they will breed. So these are some of the things we need to do. Beyond the net, we have other interventions like indoor residual spraying. So the mosquitoes have 2 ways. So there's a resting place, time, attitude, and there's the biting attitude. The net helps us with the biting. The indoor residual spraying also helps us with the resting. And a lot of them rest on the walls of the rooms. So indoor residual spraying sprays those walls so that when they are resting, they are also knocked down. But because it's very expensive, we look at the most vulnerable, the highest burden of the country, and we give them that intervention. So the northern parts are the highest. So they have indoor residual spraying. So we also encourage them to welcome the sprayers to, clear the room for them to spray for. It's free for now for them to spray for them so that they'll be protected from the disease. We have chemo preventions for children under 5, which is SP amodiaquine that we give them during the rainy. So the rain is actually the peak of malaria. So we try to give them that medication to limit the burden of malaria in those children. So usually, and it's also in the areas that have the highest burden within a very determined continuous rainfall season. Greater Accra, we don't really have continuous, like we have intermittent rain. But the northern region have about 5 months, 6 months continuous rainfall. And that's when they have the highest burden. So 7 regions currently. The 5 northern regions, OT, and 5 districts in Bono East.
Okay.
So they are the one doing this chemo prevention among children. And then we also have the malaria vaccine, which is currently ongoing, that is protecting our children from malaria. So I think these are the preventive interventions.
Okay.
And so if you look at them, there are a lot that we can do ourselves as households and as communities beyond the other expensive ones that we need a lot of money to buy. And so it's something that we're advocating this time around for us to actually take it on, own the elimination agenda.
Right.
And that's the only way we can win it, honestly. Yeah.
Own the elimination agenda, and that's the only way we can win it. But again, talking about the mosquito nets, for some of us growing up, we sleep under the nets one day and then you just get up and your face is all puffy and things.
So the reactions?
Yes, why is like that? Is it because of the chemical in it that's maybe is reacting with my body?
Right.
Or how? Why is it like that?
Yes. So thanks for asking that question. So I mean, if you buy a phone, there's a manual.
Yeah.
There's a way to use it. So there's a way to use the net. When you buy the net and it's in the pack, the concentration of the chemical is still very high.
Right.
So on the pack you see this written, air it for 24 to 48 hours before use.
Right.
So air it means that you need to, when you open it up, air it under a shade, not under the sun.
Okay.
For ventilation, for air to blow, so that concentration, the pressure comes down.
Okay.
If it doesn't, you get that reaction. Okay. In fact, the first time I used that, then I was not even working with the malaria program. I had the same reaction. So, and then later when I got to know it, and it was easier for me.
Yeah.
So you air it first, and some people would like to air it in their rooms. Now it's written air it for 48 to 20 hours. Some of the rooms, the ventilation is not good and it's not that good.
Yeah.
So if you know it's not that good, then it means it should be more than that time. But if you get some mango tree or that is shady and all that, then that one you have a lot of ventilation, and within that time you get it to really come. Some people may naturally also have reaction to certain chemicals. When you notice that, then that's a different, but very in the minimal. But once you do that, air is fine. You can also just put it in soapless water.
Okay.
Before you air it. Soapless water, no soap, nothing, just to make sure that it also take that effect a little bit for you. So that's the reason.
Right. Okay. But do mosquito repellents work?
Some mosquito repellents work. Some do work. Yes, some work. So we actually advocate for repellents also, but it's the lifestyle and the choices that we have to do. So some repellents work. Yes, they work.
And the mosquito coil?
Well, I think we're still looking into quite a number of them. I'm not sure whether all of them, but we're still looking into the mosquito coil issue. But it's the program would only advocate for what it has evidence, FDA approved and all that. And for now, I'm not sure of any of them, because we don't actually promote mosquito coils as a program.
Right, okay.
I don't remember us doing that. But I think that there could be some findings later that maybe gives the backing, because as a program we have a responsibility to make sure that whatever tools we're bringing is evidence-based.
Yeah.
Okay. And once it's evidence-based, then we can promote it. Okay. So for coils, I'm not sure about that for now. Yeah. Maybe some time when FDA does all the processes, we can actually put that up.
Wajib, let me take you back to the vaccine part of it. I know at a point it was actually on a pilot basis.
Yes.
Are we done with that? And what stage are we got into? How, effective are these vaccines?
So yes, we started a pilot, I think it was Ghana, Malawi, Kenya.
Okay.
That did the pilot from 2019, May 2019.
Okay.
But 2022, the evidence was very clear. It was able to reduce particularly severe malaria among children under 5. It also to reduce incidence, but not as much as the severity of the disease. Yes, about 50% efficacious, but 50% of a vaccine is actually good to actually work with. And so we expanded. WHO made it look at the evidence and said, no, we can now expand the malaria vaccine across all the countries. The challenge with expansion is the funding for it. It's very expensive. And so currently we use 42 districts for the pilots.
Okay.
We currently are implementing the vaccine in 136 districts. We're hoping to get to all the districts because every child actually needs that protection.
Yeah.
But it's the funding part that is what is affected. But yes, it's good.
As a state, are we unable to do that? I mean, we have all these research institutions. We can talk about CSIRO and others. As well, Noguchi is there, and a few other private labs, and so can't we do that ourselves?
When you say do that, what exactly?
Yeah, I'm talking about the vaccines.
Can't we manufacture our own
vaccines? Can't we produce
I
our own
think
vaccines?
the government is actually starting some initiatives to get us manufacture our own vaccines, not just malaria, but other vaccines. I think the Vaccine Institute by the Dr. Soji Tete, they're actually doing quite some look into that. So hopefully we should be able to start doing that. Then the cost component of it becomes a bit less. Yeah.
Well, let's look at medication. Randy said it earlier. When you start experiencing some of the symptoms of malaria, I mean, feeling feverish, headache, that I can't look on the floor and tell you, hey, go and pluck 2 neem trees, neem leaves, wash it, add pineapple leaves,
local doctors,
pineapple pills, and squeeze a bit of lemon inside, cook it, you have something nice to cure the malaria. And others on the other hand recommend the ACTs for us to take. These two. Walk us through.
Okay. So I think we spoke a bit more about the prevention. Yeah. So if you get to have malaria, the first thing we propose is test first.
Right.
Test first because fever, which is one of the cardinal signs of malaria, is the same signs for several diseases. So you cannot use that alone. Headache is the same sign. It's also for several diseases. You can just be tired and have headache and fever. Okay, and the bitterness in your mouth is the same.
Yeah.
In fact, some pregnant women, when they are pregnant, initially think they have malaria.
Okay.
Because of how you feel. Okay. So we would say test before you treat. So once you test and you're confirmed to have malaria, the policy recommends the ACTs.
Yeah.
Okay. But the policy currently also has provision for herbal medications.
Okay.
Because the FDA, together the ministry, have approved, tested and approved certain herbal medicines for malaria.
Okay.
For those ones we can talk about.
Right.
Okay. For the other ones that we've not, like I said, we need to work with what is approved. Those ones we cannot talk about. So when you go to some facilities, I think we have about 50 facilities in the country that have herbal department.
Okay.
For treatment of the disease. The efficacy as of now is not as compared to the ACT, but it is actually an option that is available for use. And I think that it's something we're looking into as a country to look into that as well, to have alternative medicines. And it's not a bad idea. So yes, you need to be sure that the one you are using is part of the approved ones to be able to cure the disease.
Okay.
And the other thing is, take it as prescribed. Take it as prescribed.
She's even laughing.
Yes. Because I always use myself, because that's what I said, it's a household thing.
Yeah.
When I used to have malaria, I mean, I don't remember the last time I had malaria, but I had my severe malaria, the last time I had severe malaria, almost near death, was 2002.
Wow.
I was admitted at 37, and it was bad. Very bad. But I'm talking about even the uncomplicated malaria. When they give you the medication, maybe between the first 2 days, you start feeling a bit okay. That doesn't mean you're done.
Yeah.
So some people will actually stop taking the medication.
Yes. We know them.
Some people will stop taking the medication. You risk a whole lot of things. First, you risk resistance to the anti-malarials. If you want to kill something, kill it and kill it well. If you don't, with time, it gets adjusted to the medicine. Then the medicine will not be able to work with it anymore. So that's one. The other thing is, you get a risk of having yourself endangered the next time you have that. Okay, and probably severe, move to the... So just make sure that you take all the 3 or the medication to the full extent, even if you feel well. Just take the medicine. It may just knock it down, but it's not killed it.
Right.
Yes, so please, we'll make sure that follow your doctor's prescription. If he says take all the 3 days, make sure you complete the 3 days. Right. And rest if you have to rest.
Very,
to get killed.
This one looks like the last one goes to all of us.
Yeah.
Rest if you have to rest, and take it.
Yes.
Test before you treat.
Test, yes. So test, complete your dosage, and then rest if you have to. But viewers, we'll open the phone lines now for you to call in and ask your questions about malaria. 055-269-7939. 055-269-7939. Please do what to reduce the volume of your TV set when you call so that we can hear you clearly and answer your questions here for you. But why again? I don't know whether this thing is a misconception or not. But you've also spoken that malaria is caused by the parasite, transmitted by the mosquito. But some people too say eating oily foods causes malaria. How true is that?
Like you said, it's misconception. Some people even say when you stand on the sun for a very long time, you get malaria. I think they try to relate fever. With malaria. So they are all misconceptions. They are all misconceptions. If you don't have the parasite, yes, maybe other things will cause your fever, but you will not get malaria. So it's just the parasite.
Okay.
And then the mosquito that spreads it, like you said, unfortunate with the mosquito that spreads it. So yes.
Okay. Do you have a caller?
Attitude. Not yet, but attitude. Like you mentioned earlier, even off air, you mentioned that it's about us, the individuals, keeping our frontage clean and all of that. I know the various assemblies try as much as possible to ensure that people clean their frontages and what have you. But as an institution, are you collaborating, or how are you doing? How are you collaborating with the MMDAs? I mean, key stakeholders to ensure that people are punished. Because if it's in your shop, in front of your shop, and my house is here, you are not keeping your place neat. But I am affected.
Yeah, I mean, it's good you're asking about partnership, because that is actually the way to go. In fact, this World Malaria Day, we're talking about all hands on deck. Every sector must come on board. Private sector. Health is wealth. They say cleanliness is next to what?
Godliness.
And if you're not healthy, would you be able to?
No, not at all.
Exactly. So I think that we need every sector. Now, for the local government, we've been partnering with local government. In fact, there was a 0.5% of the District Assembly Common Fund for malaria.
Okay.
And so I think that it's one part of the government's commitment to try and make sure that they drive the disease. And so we are continuing our partnership. But if you ask me, I think that the town Café or town council movement needs to come back.
Sure.
No, we need it back. Because I think that is what would have to help us. And if we, the communities ourselves, will not organize, there should be something that to if we, the communities ourselves, will not organize, there should be something that to motivate us to organize, to be able to get there. What you're saying is real. It's true.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it takes you much less to prevent the waste of money, the spending of money. What we noticed is that we did economic burden of malaria in the private sector. And you'll be surprised that about $6.6 million US dollars annually is lost to malaria and other related diseases by the private sector. Yes.
Seriously?
6.6
And that's a lot of money.
Yes. With the services sector having the heaviest branch. About 2 million annually from the services sector. And we did that in 6 sectors. The agriculture and agribusiness, the services center, the construction and engineering sector, the pharmaceuticals, the manufacturing and processing sector. And I'm telling you that 6.6 million annually. And so they actually feel the branch. And they actually were committed, said, they actually acknowledged it. They pay the workers when they have sick, and sometimes they're dependent, they're lost to work hours that also affect the companies and all that. Okay, and so, and productivity lost. So it's a heavy branch on them. So we also did an economic and an investment case. If we invest $1 for the fight against malaria, we're getting about 32 folds return on investment.
Okay. $1.
$1. We'll get about 32 folds return on investment. So it's a good investment to do. There's a private company that actually implemented this, and it's actually the star private sector In fact, they did it in Ghana, and now it's actually globally. Anglo Gold Malaria Control.
Okay.
Anglo Gold started first as a social responsibility for their staff.
So it was an internal thing.
So they noticed the same thing we just discovered from when we did the economic burden of businesses, and they noticed that the staff were getting sick, and almost more of them was all about malaria. And so what they did was that they looked at what can we do to stop this, and they brought what we call the indoor residual spraying. So the indoor residual spray I spoke about came from Anglo Gold.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So when they did it, they realized that, and so they sprayed their staff and the neighboring households just to make sure they reduce, and they indeed had a reduction. Yeah,
okay. I think there's a caller. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you are calling from?
Yeah, my name is John. I just want to say that you people at WoezorTV are doing a good job. But this conversation about malaria, you go to other parts of the world and they are able to work on it. They don't have issues like malaria. So why is it that we here still till today, every year there's different campaign about malaria, but still, it is still killing people.
Right, John, your question will be answered. Thank you so much for calling. Thank
you.
Yeah, John, thank you very much. Yeah, so I think that from the beginning of the program, we talked about a lot of reasons why we're still seeing malaria. Part of which we spoke about the ownership of the fight against malaria, the prevention, and the uptake of the interventions we have, which would actually help us to be able to cure the malaria. We have the tools, but if the public is not using it, then we will not get the impact we're desiring to have. And to be honest with you, we have all the tools to eliminate malaria now as we speak. All the tools we need. The most important thing is to take up the use of them and use them well. To invest in them domestically, because now the donors are moving out. So that we ourselves now to come up and be able to do it homegrown. And I can tell you that in areas where malaria was eliminated, majority of the funding, majority of the activity was domestic, not external. And so if we're moving to elimination, which we say we are, because from the evidence we have from the program, we should have no reason not to be able to eliminate malaria if we all come together to do that. So we are looking at the public, we are looking at the private sector, we are looking at the local government, we are looking at the chieftaincy, we are looking at religious leaders. Let's come together and do the same end malaria just like the Zambians have done, to be able to mobilize internal resources. And then also in our churches, in our communities, encourage healthy lifestyle.
Okay. On the note of encouraging healthy lifestyle, we have a caller. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, your name and where you are calling from?
My name is Ima. I'm calling from Ashanti.
Okay, Ima, let's hear you.
Okay, the conversation is good, but my issue is that last week I had a malaria. I went to hospital. They gave me some medicine. I think it's not going. So can I take a herbal medicine?
Okay. He says the name is what, Ima?
Yeah.
All right. Ima, he's talking about, so Wajib, he's talking about herbal medicines. And I think that Ghanaians tend to believe herbal medicines anyway. But as you mentioned, I think you said 50 or 48 facilities are already running.
About 50, yeah.
Okay.
Hospitals are running. Okay. So, Ima, if you were tested and confirmed to be malaria before you were given the medication, one other information he didn't add is whether he's finished taking the medication. Okay. If he hasn't finished, then I will encourage him to complete it. Okay. But if he has completed it, just assuming he has completed it and he's still feeling it, he should just go back to the health facility so that they will try and check and see if it is the same malaria that is causing him to feel the way he's feeling, or malaria is gone, but something else that they had not looked at that is there. And if indeed there's a treatment failure, which is rare, they will have alternative medications they will prescribe for him to take. But I think that there are more questions to answer before he looks at alternatives to take.
Okay. Let me take you to the southern part of the of the Volta region. When you go there, mosquitoes are just like houseflies. They move anyhow. How dangerous are those? I mean, you've stated the kind of mosquito that really transmits the malaria, but as a layman, you might not necessarily decipher.
Okay.
But how? There's a caller,
Before
right?
he comes in to answer the question, there's a caller. Hello.
Pacho, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Pacho, din baby akase free.
Pacho, from Saka.
Okay, Saka yentung.
Because from Shama. Na yare malaria no. Na panye bia ni ho na dro bia ni ho a yebetumi dia ma wa se de be ya enchu bi. Wan se de na se COVID ba ya see vaccine bi nti wo vaccine na nya dia yare ne be chu. Malaria no so ebi ni ho sa.
Yo, yeah, that's it. Can you?
What is he saying?
So he's asking
He's talking about
that
vaccines.
Okay.
Isn't there any vaccine for malaria that when you like a one-time thing when you take me, your body would touch the thing, create resistance for the local way.
Yeah. So, Saka, thank you. Your vaccines is safe for Nkolape, but there's still a lot of research into vaccines for even adults, and that research is still ongoing. But yes, the vaccine now for Nkolano is a vaccine that will take care. You are protected for life. No, protected for the period, for some period. Yeah. Because the thing about the parasites is that they are very intelligent. They adapt. The vaccines research started, I think, over 50 years before they discovered. They've been trying to get a vaccine for malaria for long. So there's still a lot of research going into it to see how best. So yes, they are continuing on it. But I'll still encourage you, like I said, prevention. Better than cure.
So Saka, prevention is better than cure. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, your name and where you are calling from?
My name is Maxwell. I'm calling from the Volta region.
Okay, Maxwell, let's hear you.
Why is it that sometimes when we go to the hospital and the treatment, they say that we are not affected by the malaria?
Maxwell, can you come again with your question? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Can you take your question again?
I said that. Why is it that some of us, if we go to the hospital and they treat us and they will say that we are not affected by the malaria, but when we drink the malaria medicine or we take the malaria medicine, you get some relief?
You want to know? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get his question?
Yes.
Okay. So he's tested, it is negative.
Yeah.
They say you don't have malaria, but he still goes ahead to take the anti-malaria medications and he gets relief. Well, I'll give him my own example. So I felt very sick, and I could be sure it was malaria for me, with all the signs that even me. I think that was about 5 years or 10 years ago. We came from Kumasi from a workshop, and then I went to the clinic. They did it twice with the RDT, the test kits, and I said no, that's okay. I can go and check in the lab for microscopy. The lab also said negative, but I know what I was feeling. So I asked the lab to do a full blood count and check whatever it is. When they noticed, it was actually an infection. So I had a throat infection from some food I ate somehow, but then it was giving me all that. Okay, so you may have taken the anti-malaria, and probably the antipyretic component of it may have done some work for you, but it doesn't mean that the ACTs that you needed. And I think that's what we need to avoid. Because when you take a medication that you don't need, you're giving too much problem to your kidneys. Because it's actually not needed.
Charlie, now you're scaring me.
No, so that's why we say it's always important to find out first. Even if you want to go herbal, at least I will encourage you, go and do a test. Then
imagine that's the situation. Like you mentioned, because I have had that same experience recently.
No, find out what it is.
I tested not once, not twice, and it was all negative. But I know what I was feeling, so I decided to just take the medicine.
You think you know what you're feeling. Because I get you, because we all grew up. In fact, we all grew up when you have fever, you say I'm malaria. So I can understand exactly everything. But when you get to know better, then you have to do better. And this World Malaria Day is opportunity for us to let people know better. Then we begin to start doing better on how to resolve it.
Now let's answer the last call.
Yes. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you are calling from, sir?
This is George from Tomo.
Okay, George, let's hear you.
Okay, so regarding the malaria discussion, okay, we are talking about the medicinal aspect and prevention part of it. But what about the human discipline aspect? What, like the cause of what triggered the mosquitoes for them to be in our neighboring homes? Yeah, that should be another key major discussions to us. So, because you can bring the medicinal aspect, fine, they are there. But people are there are certain people that are comfortable with fields around them that causes this harms to them and their other neighborhood. Because you can see some houses, they are in front of them, the gases there and the way they contribute, and they are comfortable with it. If we don't guide with the human discipline aspect, what you guys are discussing now will end to nothing. So thank you very much.
Right, thank you so much, George. So Waji says I should answer this question. So if you have followed the conversation from the very beginning, you know that he made mention of the fact that mosquitoes do not like to be in waters that move. So they love the stagnant water bit. And so we should do well to make sure that as the rains are setting in, any stagnant water closer to wherever we are, we should make sure that they start moving. We should get rid of them. Our flower pots, the water that gets stuck in it, it doesn't move. It's just static in there. That's another thing. One thing too, that in some of Ghanaian homes, maybe your sink is leaking, and then you put something beneath there to trap water. They forget to discard it.
Yeah.
And that is another breeding ground.
Yeah,
you take in canned drinks and you don't crush the can. It rains, maybe water gets into
Sardines.
it. Yes. Sardine and all those things, the cans and things, or they are all breeding grounds for those things, mosquitoes. So we should look at that too. And I think, let me run this by you. I read somewhere that if in the cabin of malaria, the mechanical aspect, if there's stagnant water, when they lay their eggs, the larva, it breathes. And so if you have, say, oil, and then you pour it on it, it also kills them, right?
Okay.
Is it true?
Okay, so I think it's good you brought it up. So there's one other intervention we do I didn't mention, larviciding.
Okay.
So larviciding is actually, basically you describe it with the subject of saying the oil, but where we actually identify the maternity homes and actually spray them with some chemicals.
Okay.
You're right. In the olden days, remember, even our parents would try and put oil on even barrel waters that are stagnant and everything. What it is that for the mosquito to survive, they come up sometimes to try and breathe to get oxygen. So if you block the oxygen supply, then you get to kill the larvae even before it becomes an adult.
Okay.
So that's the logic behind it. And so we do that in about 150 districts in the country.
Wow.
Where we spray those areas. So you can see that there are a lot of things we can do.
Personally to care about this.
And it will reduce all the costs we are talking about from everything, even our own cost. When you were speaking about the excuse for not coming to work, you spoke about my wife is sick, my son is sick. Obviously, when your children are sick, you have to, who has to take care of them? Who takes them to the hospital? Who looks after them? Okay, so that takes you away, not just them from work, it takes you away from work. You're also going to spend money to take care of them. And you're not going to be off work just one day. So they recover. Okay, so that tells us that we lose a lot that we are even counting in terms of the money we are spending. So I think that it's important for us to actually put this in.
Do you still have a caller?
I think they mentioned
there's a caller. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Oh, it's still Maxwell.
Okay, Maxwell, let's hear you.
Please, do you know that some of us, the citizens of this country, if we tell those people that they should stop producing stagnant waters and remove two gutters, to refuse. So the malaria will keep breeding and will be infected people with this parasite, this Plasmodium parasite, and cause malaria. So it cannot be sent away. So malaria is part of this generation.
Hey, Maxwell,
it can be done. I think the caller before you said the discipline, and you and I were discussing a bit earlier about bringing back this whole town council. You know, I think the former president, may so rest in peace, he had this every first Saturday of every month, every community. In Zambia.
Well, it's back anyway.
Sorry, in Rwanda, on Saturdays, if you are seen out before 8, you're actually going to be in jail for 3 days.
Wow.
Because they blocked it for cleaning the environment.
So on a Saturday morning?
Yeah, Saturday morning.
You can't go to work, you can't go
Saturday morning, it's for community cleanup. And Kigali is very clean. Very clean.
At least from the
and for them, they've taken this as a lifestyle. They're not looking like you are imposing on us.
Right.
And so they will even report, your neighbor will report to you. It's not will report you. You see, so I think it's something we need to do. If people will not do it willingly, then we need to be able to do something of that to protect them against themselves.
Let's start punishing people because it's actually crime against mankind. Honestly, the malaria cases are high now. It's sad, you know. So if you can keep your frontage clean, which will, I mean, disadvantage me, why not?
I think one of the challenges, and this is not just malaria, but I look at as a community member, as a citizen, is that the promotion of rights has actually almost killed responsibility. Because rights is an individual thing. But you forget that, like I said, your life may be personal, but it's not private. And so you have a responsibility to be able to do it. And I think we need to start talking about responsibility of a Ghanaian, other than now
talking about the rights.
Everything about rights. Because if I'm responsible, I don't need to worry about my rights. Because you treat me well, I'll treat you well. But if I think about myself, then I don't really have to care about you. So I think we need to start talking about responsibilities, and that would be the way to go.
Right. I think there's the last caller. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Please, my name is Steven, and I have a problem here. My blood type is O positive, and anytime I go to check for malaria, they tell me that because of my blood type, sometimes the lab results cannot check for the malaria. So sometimes they go ahead to give me the malaria medication. I want to know if that is okay, because I've heard other callers talk about the same thing. Does it have to do with blood type as well?
Okay, thanks for calling. Wajib, can you answer this?
Yes, no, this is the first time I'm hearing this O positive, but no, I've never heard it in any literature so far. Maybe it's a new information, but I think that we need to check again. Right. I don't believe it's true. So please insist. And if anything at all, we'll look into that and get back to you. But I don't think so.
But you know the notion people have that the O positive guys are very immune.
They're very powerful.
Yeah.
I know.
Everything is O
universal,
positive.
Everything.
Yeah, so immune. No. Maybe that's where he's coming from. But like you mentioned, medically, if he has any concern, reach out. Yeah, you know, try another hospital or try another lab to run the test as you mentioned.
Well, Wajib, you are taking us home on Saturday. World Malaria Day.
Yes.
What is going on? What should we expect?
Yes. In fact, even before Saturday, today there's going to be a press briefing. Okay. Right after this program at the ministry's conference room, where we're going to give the press the necessary information to do. Then Saturday, the main event, there's going to be a walk from the University of Ghana Business School to the University of Ghana Stadium.
Okay.
Yes, where the whole deba would occur. Right. And so, yes, the general public is actually invited. Everybody is invited to come. I think the walk will start around 7. I need to confirm 7 a.m. Right. Where we do the walk all the way, to the stadium. Where we'll have the dignitaries address us and tell us exactly what is going on. Right. But like I said, all together, we'll be calling on the private sector, the faith groups. The Islamic Council, the Christian Council, all of them, and the general public to make sure that we contribute to the fight against malaria. It's not a one person's fight, it's all of us. And we are driven to end malaria. And now we must.
Wow. So they are driven. We are. Not they, we, everybody.
And zero malaria starts with you.
Yes.
And me. And him.
Yes.
And all of us.
And together we can eliminate malaria in our country for good. So let's meet on Saturday at the University of Ghana Business School. Let's walk to the University of Ghana Stadium and then get to commemorate World Malaria Day. Final words before we leave us.
Yeah, thank you so much. This is one of the platforms that we believe would help us to eliminate malaria, informing people, giving them the right information. We also want people to change behavior, because behavior change is the only thing that there's a gap between knowing and doing.
Right.
And so we're hoping that people will also change their behavior towards malaria. We're asking every one of us to ensure that they protect themselves, to protect their neighbors, and to protect all. Malaria elimination has come to stay. Please change your mind. Don't say malaria has come to stay with us. No, it doesn't have to stay with us. We can eliminate malaria. And zero malaria starts with you, me, and all of us. Right. Thank you very much.
Zero malaria starts with you, me, and all of us. And so that was it on the conversation. On the
now, before you wrap up, you know it's only WoezorTV. I stand to be corrected, but so far it's only WoezorTV in Ghana that runs a malaria campaign. Yeah, we've been doing it for more than 4 years. Yes. So just so you know, so that when you go back,
Thank you so much.
it's only WoezorTV. I am yet to see it on any other channel,
No,
but it's only on WoezorTV.
Yeah.
Charlie, when we are done, drop that ad so that he looks at it.
And please invite us anytime.
Sure.
There's anything, so
Adults
keep
are always
educating.
open to you.
Thank you.
Adults are always open. And so viewers, that has been it on the conversation commemorating the World Malaria Day 2026. So as you've heard from Wajib, let's meet on Saturday. Let's walk and let's share ideas. Let's communicate. Let's commemorate World Malaria Day. So yeah, we spoke to Mr. Wajib Mohammed. He is a monitoring and evaluation specialist at the National Malaria Elimination Program. So yeah, I know you've learned a thing or two. You are going to keep watch over your flower pots, the stagnant water in your compounding, or even under your sink. Check all those things so that together we can eliminate malaria. Let's take a quick breather. We'll be back with more for you.
Changing, so should you. If you're dreaming, don't be afraid. And in the valleys, keep your head up high. Dare to dream with Puma drinks. Puma, Puma. Yeah, believe it, you can achieve. Puma, Puma. Oh yeah, clap your hands for the whole new vibe. Make we set the bliss. Oh yeah, come alive. Puma, Puma. Let me hear you. Puma. Puma drinks, a whole new vibe. Another quality product from Casa Precon.
This advert is FDA approved.
If you're watching this with your friends,
You'll probably make a joke.
Because you know what you feel on the inside isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy,
find someone you trust and tell them.
If you get mad at things and you don't know why, or have thoughts about hurting yourself,
Find someone you trust and tell them. You are never alone when you share.
Seriously, people care about you. It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share. Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone.
Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher. Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong.
Talk to someone.
Talk to someone. It's how things get better.
Welcome back to the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe, and yes, let's take time to celebrate some birthdays this morning. 21st April, 22nd April 2026. Randy will say but yeah, let's celebrate some amazing personalities this morning here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. To begin with, who are we celebrating this morning here? Okay, so Mama Agnes, it's your birthday today. Mama Agnes, happy birthday to you. This is coming from your daughter Danielle here at WoezorTV to you. She wishes you a blessed year, a great year, an amazing year, Mama. She says we should tell you that God bless you. Thank you for all that you do for her, and she really appreciates you on this occasion of your birthday. She prays for good health, long life, prosperity, and every good thing you've always wished for. She says she appreciates you so much, and we should say thank you to you for her. So Mama Agnes, happy birthday, coming from your daughter Danielle here at WoezorTV to you. Have a great year. Enjoy your year. Away from her, let's see who we are celebrating again this morning. Mr. Michael Atto, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Michael Atto. This is coming from your lovely wife to you and your kids. They wish you a blessed year, a great year, an amazing year. The entire family, they wish you a year filled with love, joy, and favors from God. Cheers to another chapter of good health and long life. So from your sweet wife and your children, the entire family, even here at WoezorTV too, they all wish you a great year, blessed year, an amazing year. God bless you so much. Away from him, who are we celebrating again this morning? Charles Ollens Mentor, happy birthday to you, Charles Ollens Mentor. May this year be a blessed year for you, may it be an amazing year for you. Coming from Benedicta, she wishes you a great year and an amazing year filled with lots of God's blessings. So yeah, Charles, happy birthday to you. And away from Charles, who are we celebrating again this morning here? Okay, Edna Mansa Ali, happy birthday to you, Edna Mansa Ali. This is coming from John Escort to you. He says we should wish you a blessed year, a great year, an amazing year. So Edna Mansa Ali, happy birthday to you. Have a great year. Away from Edna, who are we celebrating again? Elom Mawuli Kem, happy birthday to you, Elom. And may this year be a blessed year for you. We wish you the very best life has got to offer. And yes, may the lines fall in pleasant places for you. Elom Mauli Ken, happy birthday to you. Okay, so we have a notable birthday this morning here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. So this one is a special day. It's a great day, actually. And yes, we all want to celebrate another milestone chalked. Yes, today we want to wish the Chief of Staff of the Republic of Ghana a happy birthday. It's his 60th birthday today. Honorable Julius Deborah, Chief of Staff of the Republic of Ghana. Happy birthday to you, sir. Blessed birthday to you, sir. Welcome to the 6th floor. And yes, we pray for everything good, everything amazing, everything wonderful for you. May this year be a great year. May this chapter open you to greater heights and greater levels. May the Lord perfect all that concerns you. And yes, may this new year launch you into more bigger and better dimensions. Welcome to the 6th floor, yes, and welcome to this new decade of blessings on every side. So yeah, happy birthday to you, Honorable Julius Deborah, Chief of Staff, Republic of Ghana. And so yeah, that will be a wrap for birthdays this morning here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. Please do all to send your wishes over to our WhatsApp number 055-269-7939, 055-269-7939. Let's share in your special day and that of your loved ones. Please do all to let us get your wishes 3 p.m. the day before your birthday so we can share with you on your special day. Radia Haji is on standby for the newspaper review. But before I will be Randy. Che Bafo, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Che Bafo. Is you a rapper? Yes, so happy birthday to you, Che Bafo. May this year be a great year for you. We celebrate you so much here at WoezorTV. Finest rapper, Che Bafo. Happy birthday to you. So I will be Randy Haji to give us the newspaper review. Over to you, Randy.
All right, so now thank you so much. It's time for us to take a look at what the papers are reporting this morning. And quickly, let's start off with the front page of the Daily Graphic. The big one here says, revolving rubber fund, outgrowers evade repayment for 20 years. Banks, industry players petition ministries to revive scheme. Sylvia is here. The caption says Sylvia Income named First National Bank CEO. And then this conversation, hopefully we'll have time to have it. It says Get Fund releases 199.47 million Ghana cedis to settle free senior high school TVET arrears. Page 13. Like somebody would say, the reset is resetting. Daily Times says CITAG cries foul over foreign takeover. More on the front page of the custodian newspaper. NDC bigwigs jostle to succeed Mahama. Asiedu Nketia, Julius Deborah lead in tight race. AP oppose reveals. Gold board gives 86,450 to 10-year-old girl battling brain tumor. The Chronicle. NDC presidential primary, mosquito leads Julius Deborah, APL poll reveals. Gold board rescues 10-year-old girl with brain condition. Daily Guide, tension over Adamu's mines, assembly calls on minister to act. And also the base Ghana first use the base movement. Interesting times. See, the story is on page 6 of the Daily Guide newspaper. Gold board supports 10-year-old brain patient. I mean, that has repeated itself as well. The Inquisitor says tension of Adamu's resources. Assembly members demand urgent government intervention. And NDC MPP gurus playing mafia game over Seglemi housing project. Names to drop soon. And that's what the paper has captured here. JM vows to sustain single-digit inflation. It's a story on page 2 and 4 of the newspaper. Daily Post. Rike donates 1.18 million Ghana cedis medical equipment to Ghana Medical Trust Fund. That story is on page 6 and 7. The man who is really resetting NPA, he is here with the caption, OSP was born as a political tool for NPP. That's according to lawyer Edwigi Tameklo. The conversation on the OSP and then the Attorney General is still ongoing anyway. But the Metro Lens has some interesting headlines. It says Myth nets 5.43 billion Ghana cedis in royalties. It's a story on page 6 of the newspaper as well. Asiedu Nketia peeps Julius Deborah in NDC 2028 race. A new APL poll says. Yes, Abutrika is in the story. The caption says Abutrika granted 30 million Ghana cedis bail. That's the story on page 3 of the paper. Let's do some business and financial times now. It says government's dual role in wealth generation key to inclusive growth. Julius Deborah says, and today is actually his birthday as well. Over 30% of locally produced cereal contaminated. Quite unfortunate. That's a story contained on the page 3 of the paper. The Accra Times, good news for North. Mahama to self-finance Tamale water project, plans to establish 5 processing plants. Okay, and also E&P to provide local employment for Daman youth, Lands Ministry says. New $65 million chase. Okay. The Herald, Asiedu Nketia's early NDC flag bearer campaign elbows Julius Deborah bat. Okay. Interesting. Auditor General dismantles 427 million Ghana cedis and ends salary claim, admits error, clears defense official. So what do you do to this damage that you've caused this man? Well, let's see how it pans out in the coming days. Get Fund pays 199.47 million Ghana cedis amid free SHS feeding crisis. The new crusading guide, Get Fund clears food debt with 199 million Ghana cedis for free SHS and TVET. That's also repeated right here. Abrogate Bogosu Prestia mine lease now. CSEA demands immediate government action. And also NDC neck deep in corruption bent on killing OSP. That's according to the minority. And of course, that's it with the WoezorTV newspaper review segment. What are the details of these captions? Now is on standby to give us all the details. Now over to you.
Thank you, Randy, for the newspaper review. Time now for the WoezorTV report. Let's take a look at the headlines.
Now let's begin. A new cardiothoracic center under construction at the Tamale Teaching Hospital is expected to transform specialized healthcare delivery in the northern region, with authorities projecting it will significantly reduce emergency referrals to Accra and Kumasi. The facility, once completed, will serve the entire northern sector and is likely to attract patients from neighboring countries due to the absence of similar services in the sub-region. During a visit by President Mahama, he indicated plans to expand specialized care further, including the establishment of an oncology center to treat cancer cases within the region. Belinda and Kwanzaa has more in this report.
To expand access to specialized healthcare in the northern region are gaining momentum, with ongoing work on a cardiothoracic center at the Tamale Teaching Hospital. The facility, which will house a cath lab, is expected to provide critical care for patients with heart-related conditions and reduce the need for referrals to Accra and Kumasi. Addressing the media during an inspection of the project, President John Dramani Mahama explained the circumstances that led to the decision to establish the facility in Tamale.
What triggered all this was a medical doctor in Kumasi needed the services of a cath lab. They call it a cath lab. It's used for angioplasty, am I right? And the one in Kumasi was broken down. They rushed him to Accra. The one in Accra had a fire incident and was out of service. So unfortunately, he died. And so it was decided that we'll procure 2 cath labs, one for Accra, one for Kumasi. And we said that, but why don't we get one for Tamale too? So that at least geographically across the whole country, we'll have a cath lab so that in the event that somebody needs that urgently, they'll be able to be treated.
The president emphasized the significance of the project, noting it will improve survival rates and bring specialized care closer to residents in the northern part of the country.
The significance of this facility is that in the whole of the northern sector, there's no facility like this. And so everybody who gets a cardiovascular accident or a stroke or something, most of the time you had to be stabilized, if they could stabilize you, and then refer you to Accra or Kumasi. And like the doctor said, those who died, died. Those who survived, survived. Today, we're giving the people in the whole of the north of this country a facility where they also can have a good chance of survival in case they have a cardiac incident. This is the only of its type in all the 5 northern regions.
The tour also included a visit to the Tamale College of Education, where ongoing infrastructure projects were inspected as part of efforts to improve teaching and learning conditions. The inspection forms part of broader efforts to strengthen healthcare delivery and educational infrastructure across the region. Reporting from Tamale in the northern region for WoezorTV, Belinda and Kwanzaa.
Now, the High Court has rejected an attempt to dismiss the case against former NPA CEO Mustafa Hamid and accuse others, despite challenges to the Office of the Special Prosecutor's Authority. The trial brought by the OSP was adjourned to May 26, 2026, as broader legal questions over the OSP's constitutional mandate continue. The accused sought dismissal, citing a recent ruling that declared the OSP prosecutions unconstitutional, but OSP's lawyers argued that their powers remain valid. The judge noted ongoing litigation on the issue and deemed the final decision premature. The case, Republic versus Mustafa Hamid and others, remain unresolved pending wider constitutional clarification, including a Supreme Court challenge filed by Noah Adamte. Now, in other news, the General Jurisdiction 2 Division of the High Court in Accra has granted bail to Frederick Kumi, also known as Abu Treka, in a sum of 30 million, Ghana cedis, with 2 sureties to be justified. Abu Treka has been in police custody since his arrest in December 2025, following an extradition request from the United States over alleged romance fraud charges. The state initially filed proceedings at the district court, where he was subsequently remanded. His legal team later filed an application for bail at the High Court. In an interview with the media on Tuesday, April 21, Sani Abdul Salam, one of Abu Treke's lawyers, said steps are being taken to meet the bail conditions.
Granted the applicant or the accused bail today. And as part of the conditions, we are to ensure that we get 2 sureties with 30 million Ghana cedis as part of the bail conditions. So currently, that is what we are currently working on to see how best we can meet the orders and the conditions of the
Now, moving on, concerns are mounting over the management of the Bogoso Pristia mines following claims that key conditions tied to the award of the mining lease to Heath Goldfields have not been met. The Catchment Area Community Alliance, led by lawyer Martin Pebu, says obligations, including the payment of employee entitlement, were not fulfilled within the required timelines. Speaking at a media conference on developments at the mine, lawyer Martin Pebu raised questions about compliance with the lease conditions.
This was required to pay all entitlement, that's accrued salaries, end of contract benefits, provident fund, leave balance, etc., within 7 days after completing negotiations with the unions, right? These negotiations were done from 14th of November 2024, when the notification of award was given. Now, it's the case that Heath Goldfields Limited completed payment of parts of this employee entitlement rather in the 4th quarter of 2025. So something they were to do within 7 days after the award notification. The award notification was in November 2024. So the whole of so it means I should have been paid in 2024. But they took 1 year on. It was in December 2025 that they paid part. Okay? All right. Even though this was a precondition for the approval of the lease. So please, let's note this. You see, the award notification is not the mining lease. It's an award notification, but it had conditions. The 14th of November 2024 one. Oh, you've won. You are the one to be given the mining lease. We will, but before you get the mining lease, do X, Y, Z preconditions. These preconditions were not met. Okay. Okay, so now this earlier sign obviously raised a red flag on the financial capacity of Heath Goldfields. All right. So as of today, SNIT Tier 2 and severances remain unpaid. So as of today, SNIT Tier 2 and severances remain unpaid. So you see, more than almost a year and a half on. From, if you check from December 2024.
Now, lawyer Martin Pebu also urged the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources to consider terminating the lease, adding that findings by the Minerals Commission suggest the company may not be in position to manage their assets.
The Minerals Commission, as part of its routine regulatory oversight, is currently conducting a comprehensive technical assessment of the mine, designed to determine if the actions being taken by Heath Goldfields meet the legal and operational requirements stipulated in the notice to remedy breaches and the terms of its mining lease. We are confident that the minister will duly direct for the termination of the lease, since it is overwhelmingly clear that Heath Goldfields is not financially sound to handle the operations of the mine. This is against the backdrop that future gold resources, right?
And in other stories, health experts are raising concerns over a growing information gap in Ghana's healthcare system, warning that despite significant investment in infrastructure and personnel, many citizens still lack awareness of available services and how to access them. At a media exchange program in Accra, stakeholders called for stronger partnerships with the media to improve public health communication. There's more in this report.
Change program, organized by JPIGO in partnership with the Ministry of Health and the Ghana Health Service, has called for stronger collaboration between the media and the health sector to bridge persistent knowledge gaps affecting healthcare delivery in Ghana. The program brought together health officials and media practitioners to discuss ways of improving public communication on health services, ongoing interventions, and national health priorities. Speaking at the event, the Greater Accra Regional Director of the Ghana Health Service, Robert Amesiya, said, despite significant investment in infrastructure and personnel, many Ghanaians still lack access to critical information on available health services.
A lot of investments have been done in community health systems, but it doesn't appear like we are meeting the needs of our communities. We still have a huge gap of knowledge, not knowledge of misinformation or knowledge of disinformation, but true knowledge regarding what individuals need to do to stay healthy, where they need to go to access one healthcare or the other.
Country Director of JPIGO, Dr. Pearl Nanka Bruce, highlighted the importance of sustained public awareness, especially in light of the Free Primary Healthcare Initiative, aimed at improving equitable access to essential health services.
We must remember that even the most effective health interventions cannot succeed if the communities do not understand what is available and also trust the information that they receive. So this media exchange really is about partnering the media and strengthening our collaboration to ensure that our people have the right information and we encourage positive health behaviors.
Health officials outlined ongoing JPIGO-supported interventions, including maternal and newborn health programs, expanded cancer screening, and strengthened disease surveillance systems to enhance pandemic preparedness and rapid response. Stakeholders say sustained collaboration between the media and health institutions remain essential to ensure accurate information reaches community and drives improved health outcomes. For WoezorTV, Ellen from Pong.
Time now for international news. Now, U.S. President Donald Trump says he will extend the ceasefire with Iran until talks between the two countries have progressed. The U.S. president says the blockade of Iranian ports will also continue until Tehran presents a unified proposal. The status of the U.S.-Iran talks have been unclear, with the current ceasefire previously due to expire this week. Vice President J.D. Vance did not depart for Islamabad as expected on Tuesday, remaining in Washington. Iran too had not decided whether to send a delegation to Pakistan for talks with the U.S. Now this brings us to the end of the WoezorTV report. Many thanks for staying with us. I am Karen Naoyokwoti.
Do you want a sugar-free, freshly squeezed fruit juice? Choose Greenline fruit juice and smoothies filled with vitamin C, calcium, iron, fiber, and zinc. Every drop of Greenline juice and smoothies is naturally made to give you energy, good health, and refreshment. Enjoy your favorite Greenline orange, pineapple passion, watermelon, pineapple and turmeric, pineapple beetroot, pineapple and ginger, and healthy green. Greenline fruit juice and smoothies, powered by nature.
Gentlemen, I've got some bad news and some good news. Okay, the bad news is that your chances of getting prostate cancer are now just 7 to 1. In fact, prostate cancer is killing one man every single hour of the day in this country. Imagine that, one every hour of the day. But the good news is, we're forming a team to stop that clock. Men United. It's time men united together to fight prostate cancer, the way women have united against breast cancer. We need to get together and find a cure, as well as better ways to care for the 250,000 prostate cancer sufferers out there. Please, get on side and join us in the fight. Men United versus prostate cancer. We can win this.
Embarrassed. Too embarrassed to speak to a loved one. Too embarrassed to speak to your doctor.
Too embarrassed. When in our lifetime, 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer.
Let me repeat that. 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer disease.
1 in 12. That could be your dad, even your older brother, uncle, or grandfather.
You need to make sure they are not embarrassed to speak to you or their doctor about it.
Hey, Dad, have you had your prostate checked out? See? How hard is that? It's easy. Just start the conversation.
Prostate cancer is survivable if caught and treated early enough.
Don't let embarrassment stop you having this important conversation.
You may save someone's life.
Not just your own.
We can be the generation that ends it for good.
Malaria must die, so millions can live.
Well, that's the legendary Grace Ashley giving us that Jama vibe that you've known of her from 2006 down the lane, and so she's giving us back again. That's the one coming from the legendary herself, Grace Ashley. Yes, and I was happy dancing in the studio because we can't wait for June for us to begin our campaign at the FIFA World Cup stage in Mexico, US, and the Canada. Now, still talking about the FIFA World Cup. Now, let's add this, that the Ghana Football Association is reminding all members of the football family who have purchased World Cup ticket that the FIFA will only release the tickets on a yet to be confirmed date in May 2026. It must also be noted that FIFA has not released tickets to anyone, including those who purchase tickets directly from FIFA ticket platforms on the FIFA website. Thus, both the Ghana football fans who purchased ticket directly from FIFA and GFA football community who purchased through the GFA will receive their tickets in May 2026. And so be rest assured from next month the tickets will be coming out for those of us that have already purchased the ticket for Ghana's games that will be played at the World Cup. And so this is the reminder that GFA is giving us. If you are home worried about the fact that you've not received your tickets so far, GFA is saying that FIFA is yet to release those tickets, and that will be done in May, that is next month. Now let's move away from the World Cup, shift attention to England. It's quite unfortunate for Fatau Ishaeku and Jordan Ayew because their team Leicester City yesterday faced relegation to Division 1. They have been in the championship this season, but after a 2-2 draw yesterday in the game against Hull City, the team has been relegated so far to the division or the League One. Let me put it that way, as it is in England. So they are now going to play in the League One from next season. Now that is the highlight of the game yesterday, the 2-2 draw that they had against Hull City in that regard. Now if you look at Leicester City as of 2016 down, you see 2016 they won the Premier League. They became champions for the first time in their club history. That was the greatest, let's put, the achievements the club achieved in that year. That is 2016. 2017 they were champions. They actually went to the quarterfinals of the Champions League in 2017. 2020 Europa League qualification. 2021 they were FA Cup champions. 2021 again they were Community Shield winners. 2021 again Europa League qualification, they secured that. And in 2022 Conference League champions. They became they were relegated again in 2023 to the championship, gained promotion in 2024, and in 2025 they've been relegated from the championship to League One. And so it's quite unfortunate, very, very, very unfortunate situation for Leicester City in that regard. You shouldn't forget our two players, Jordan Ayew and Ishayaku, plays there. And so this relegation, whether it will affect them psychologically as they come to prepare for the FIFA World Cup or not, time will tell. But then I know that if you go to their camp, they will not be happy about this development, but it is what it is. Now, still in England, yesterday Brighton produced a dominant 3-0 win to leapfrog Chelsea in the Premier League, now boasting their European hopes while piling further misery on struggling visiting head coach Liam Rossignol. Now goals from Freddie Kadioglu, Jack Hinswood and Danny Welbeck lifted Brighton into 6th place, while Chelsea have now lost 5 consecutive league matches without scoring for the first time since 1912. Brighton overwhelmed Chelsea in the opening stages of the match. Here's the highlights of that game. I'm sure Chelsea fans are not happy. Of course, 8 games, they've picked only 1 win, and that wasn't even in the league. So Rosinia will be under pressure. But of course, it is what it is. And this is where we draw the curtains on the sports. My name is Godfrey Amwa for Entertainment. It's up next.
Okay, next one. Sit down. Look to camera.
This is what it looks like to be exceptional, to stand out from the crowd, to make history. But what if women didn't have to be exceptional? What if they didn't have to be the first, the best, or the only woman? What if being a female engineer wasn't remarkable? What if women and men could compete as equals? I don't want to make history. I don't want to be the only woman. I want to be one of many.
Welcome back from the quick break. You're still watching the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. This is the entertainment update. I am Evergreen Asantwa. Now this morning, guess what? It's been a while we heard from your talk, and he's back in the news. And yes, he's now an independent artist, but he is talking about some of the things that he would have done better if he was still with Empire record label. Of course, you heard that right. And also, there's some good news coming in from the video. He has a collaboration with Chris Brown in 2024. So this and more coming your way shortly. But let's start off with some news also from the Ghana Comedy, let me say association, but the organizers of the Ghana Comedy Awards. Now, it says that the Ghana Comedy Awards return on August 1st, 2026, with organizers Creative Republic Limited promising a bigger celebration under the theme Experience Comedy. Now in its 6th edition, the event has grown from the Comedy and Poetry Awards into one of the Ghana's leading comedy platforms. Now, after a lively 2025 edition, expectations are high for another night of performances, recognition, and entertainment. And I absolutely agree on that. Last year was massive, and a huge congratulations once again going out to all the winners out there. This year, who is going to be our winner? Who is winning the comedian of the year, including all the outstanding categories that they would be giving us this year. So once the nominations are out, I'll do all to bring that to your notice so that you can vote for your favorite comedian in GH and beyond. Now let's move away from the comedy conversation and let's talk about your talk. As I was saying, so he says that he would still sign his deal with Empire, but wishes he had done things differently, so which is bringing a lawyer on board. Now, speaking on a podcast, the sorry hitmaker admitted the lack of legal guidance was a mistake. Now, though, he credits the label for early exposure and structure. Now independent, he says that he is learning to build his own systems as an artist.
Empire offer was on the table today.
Yeah.
Would you have accepted it?
That's a crazy question. With Empire, I'll say yes.
You should have taken the deal.
Yeah, with my lawyer.
Right. When you were signing, wasn't the lawyer present?
No, my lawyer wasn't present at that time.
Do you think the Empire contract served in your interest before God and man?
Yeah, I think Empire did their best for me because they made people they gave me the limelight because, you know, they have the system. If you want to drop, they'll take your project, put it in the system, and the system will do the work for you.
Okay.
But now that I am independent, I need to build my system and make it work for me. So with Empire, it's a whole different story. Because whoever is on Empire now is in the system.
Is in the system.
The moment they leave the system, that's a different hassle for them.
Right. If the Empire offer was on the table today.
So yes, you had your talk, right? And it's actually good to know that sometimes you also have to admit that we did some mistakes here and there, right? And with everything that happened last year, earlier this year, especially the one that went viral was Kwesi Arthur's situation with Ground Up Charlie. And I'm very sure that it has taught all of us a lot about contract stuff, right? So please, when you're signing contract, just make sure you have a lawyer. If you don't have one, see, you can come for me. I'll be good. Anyway, that's just for jokes. I mean, we mean business. But please, make sure that you find lawyers. And then understand the clauses. Very, very important. See, it is not every English you see in a contract that means the same thing you are thinking about. Trust me. I can relate on that one. So please make sure that you're going through it well and with a third party, of course. And yeah, he's still out there. If you're asking or it's been a while you heard from him and you're watching and you're like, hey, this guy is still there. He's absolutely still there. He's released quite a couple of songs. It's just that it is not getting the traction that he got with Sorry and other songs too. So please find him on all digital platforms and stream his current song. Our talk is still making good music out there. Now let's talk about the only spiritualist in our entertainment industry as of now, which is Enam Music. Now she says that spiritual path has evolved beyond organized religion. Now also in an interview, the Afro spiritualist artist revealed that she no longer attends church and now identifies as a traditionalist, citing her experiences across different denominations as influential. And she stressed that fulfillment is not tied to religion and said her choice is very, very personal. And you and I know that when Enam went on the musical hiatus and she came back, the rebranding is solid. And you know, sometimes you think about things that happen in life and you are so shocked. Who would have thought, right? Yes, she was an amazing musician. She still is. But now, oh, I love what I'm seeing. And I love it so much for her. Hopefully one of these days I can get her to have a conversation, because there's so many things on my mind that I would want to ask her. Like, did she know that this was it? You know, sometimes, I don't know, so many questions. You're just doing one thing and then you just wake up and something pops up and you're like, okay, no, let me just forgo it and then let me start it from a different angle altogether. And God says, yeah, that is it, and it works so much for you. And you should listen to her songs. And I love the fact that she always gives us the write-up or the interpretations in English. So she's singing the Ewe language or in Ewe, and she's still giving us the English subtitles, and you're trying to understand it, and then you can absolutely relate. You should experience her live performance. Trust me, you don't need to understand the language. You will just feel her presence and the voice. Now let's move away also from Enam, and let's talk about the Tiwa Savage Music Foundation. Now, the foundation has partnered with Berklee College of Music for Berklee in Nigeria 2026. Now, training 120 young artists in Lagos and running from April 22 to 26. The program was selected from over 2,000 applicants and includes mentorship, classes, and performance training. And it will end with a free concert and scholarship announcement at the National Theatre in Lagos, and it is starting today as I am speaking with you.
The moment is finally here. The Tiwa Savage Music Foundation with Berklee in Nigeria, class 2026, will be graduating in this very room at the National Theatre, recently renamed as the Wole Soyinka Center for Arts and Culture. Preparations are on the way as students get ready to undergo the 4-day intensive program. The final showcase will take place on the 26th of April from 3 to 6 p.m. There will be live music, special guest performances, and will be hosted by Kiki and Dare Atalade. Register for your free ticket, but hurry, tickets are limited.
So congratulations going out to Tiwa Savage on this one. Just some few months ago, she started this music foundation. Of course, it's been in works for a long while, but we all got to find out some few months ago. And I love to see this also for her. These are some of the things that you and I, we love to see, and the support crazy. And I love how people also filed for this. It shows that people need help, and apart from the help, they need some, sometimes all what people need is just a little push, and then they're good to go. And Tiwa Savage is providing that. So congratulations also going out to other people who were able to make it to the 120 applicants, and we are wishing you well. Hopefully on April 26th we get to see some great news, and the hard work that you've put in, we all get to experience it and also witness it. Now, my last story this morning, Davido has also confirmed a joint album with Chris Brown, and it is set for release in 2027. Now, speaking in an interview, he said that the project builds on their long-standing collaboration since Blow My Mind in 2019, and he hinted the album will blend Afrobeat and R&B, reflecting both artists' global influence.
Making now, which is very African. But yeah. So this next project is just I'm working with a lot of my original producers, from back home. So I think that's what I'm doing. But I'm still American. So definitely, gonna be definitely doing more music. Me and Chris Brown got an album coming out end of next year. Hopefully. So we're still doing the thing.
Because do you think that sometimes
the music I'm making now is very African. But yeah.
So that is also it. Mr. Easy and Kim Promise has given us a new joint album this year, fresh this very month, and I keep streaming, and I hope that you're also listening to the songs and you're soaking it all in. So we are all also preparing for 2027, God willing, and then we also get to experience that of Chris Brown and also Davido. And that will be all for today's entertainment update here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. I am Evergreen Central. Thank you for watching, and at 2 p.m. I'll see you on TikTok. Bye bye.
Gentlemen, I've got some bad news and some good news. Okay, the bad news is that your chances of getting prostate cancer are now just 7 to 1. In fact, prostate cancer is killing one man every single hour of the day in this country. Imagine that, 1 every hour of the day. But the good news is, we're forming a team to stop that clock. Men United. It's time men united together to fight prostate cancer, the way women have united against breast cancer. We need to get together and find a cure, as well as better ways to care for the 250,000 prostate cancer sufferers out there. Please, get on side and join us in the fight. Men United versus prostate cancer. We can win this.
If you're watching this with your friends, you'll probably make a joke.
Because you know what you feel on the inside isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy, find someone you trust and tell them.
If you get mad at things and you don't know why, or have thoughts about hurting yourself,
Find someone you trust and tell them.
You are never alone when you share.
Seriously, people care about you.
It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share. Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone.
Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher. Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong.
Talk to someone.
Talk to someone.
It's how things get better.
Embarrassed. Too embarrassed to speak to a loved one. Too embarrassed to speak to your doctor.
Too embarrassed. When in our lifetime, 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer.
Let me repeat that. 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer disease.
1 in 12. That could be your dad, even your older brother, uncle, or grandfather.
You need to make sure they are not embarrassed to speak to you or their doctor about it.
Hey, Dad, have you had your prostate checked out? See? How hard is that? It's easy. Just start the conversation.
Prostate cancer is survivable if caught and treated early enough.
Don't let embarrassment stop you having this important conversation.
You may save someone's life.
Not just your own.
Do you want a sugar-free, freshly squeezed fruit juice? Choose Greenline fruit juice and smoothies. Filled with vitamin C, calcium, iron, fiber, and zinc, every drop of Greenline juice and smoothies is naturally made to give you energy, good health, and refreshment. Enjoy your favorite Greenline orange, pineapple passion, watermelon, pineapple and turmeric, pineapple beetroot, pineapple and ginger, and healthy green. Greenline fruit juice and smoothies, powered by nature.
Okay, next one. Sit down. Look to camera.
This is what it looks like to be exceptional, to stand out from the crowd, to make history. But what if women didn't have to be exceptional? What if they didn't have to be the first, the best, or the only woman? What if being a female engineer wasn't remarkable? What if women and men could compete as equals? I don't want to make history. I don't want to be the only woman. I want to be one of many.
All right, thank you for still staying with us here on WoezorTV. My name is Eura Adams. And remember that this is the only platform where we go all out for you. We bring you a cocktail of conversations spanning a sphere of issues that you're interested in. But the good thing is that this conversation we're about to have is actually about cocktails. It's about drinks. It's about nightlife. It's about culture. It's about entertainment. It's about all of the beautiful and final things in life. Some of the things that happen in this country that a lot of us do not even get to hear of. Fortunately, this time around on WoezorTV, we're bringing you all of those conversations. Seated with me in studio this morning is Kojo. He's the general manager for Front Back. For those of you who enjoy nightlife in Accra, I mean, Front Back is a household name. You've definitely heard of Front Back, even if you've not been there. Of course, I've been there a few times. Unfortunately, my schedule does not allow me to go there again. And so for about a year or two, I've not been able to go to Front Back. But yeah, today I have the general manager here. So what it means is that next time when I'm going, the bouncers won't worry me. I'll just call him and say, Charlie, mommy. So Kojo is with me in studio this morning. He's the general manager for Front Back. Charlie, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure having you in our studios. We've brought Front Back to Wezo.
Absolutely.
Also in studio with me, we have Ado Kwe. He's also here with us in studio this morning. He's the public relations person for the Accra Bar Show. Bro, morning.
Good morning.
Everything cool?
Everything cool.
I like your fit, Charlie. I wish they could see the full thing. it's fire. Yeah. But guys, Charlie, everything nice?
Everything nice and blessed.
Great. Yeah. Charlie, Accra Bar Show, sincerely, it's the first time I've heard about it. You know, but even before we go into talk about Accra Bar Show and what inspired it, let's talk about nightlife in Accra. But how's it going?
So far, so good. Yeah. Sometimes you have ups and downs. If you know the season and you know how to build your foundation, there will be a few shakings, but so far so good. And I think nightlife in Accra have taken a different development to the extent that we've created an attention for ourselves that have brought in a lot of revenue and also attention to the space. And it has evolved way back from the the tree under to the blue kiosk to now to fine dining to high-end places, cocktail making, to the extent winning awards, and then Ghana being mentioned as one of the holiday destinations on the continent that people always visit.
Yeah,
I think it's a blessing.
Yeah. I think even recently CNN, of course, announced Laboni as one of the coolest places for anybody to be in the world. And
Laboni now is down in the new Oxford Street.
Yeah, Charlie. Everything is there.
Yeah, literally.
It's fun and nice. Yeah, but Adoke, what about you? What was it like for you?
I mean, working in media separately and then working nightlife is also another one. With me, I think it's actually seeing a bit of an improvement, a bit of this, a bit of that. But one thing is for sure, Ghana has become that open globally. And then when it comes to Easter, when it comes to December, one of the top destinations a lot of people are looking at is Ghana. And we as stakeholders, we are happy that we get to serve people, we get to create experiences for people who are joining us, not only here in the continent, even from the diaspora. You have people all over the world coming to Ghana to experience nightlife.
Awesome.
And it's beautiful to be part of.
Awesome, perfect. Now let's jump into Accra Bar Show.
Yeah.
What is it?
So basically, Accra Bar Show will be 3 years this year.
Okay.
And it's an expo and a platform for B2B and B2C. So business to business and business to consumers.
Okay.
That is basically targeting hospitality. So it's a platform whereby if you want to see new trends regards to new equipment, new services, new style of cocktail making, education, tasting, new brands, both locally, brands that are made here. If I say brands like alcohol and non-alcohol drinks that are produced locally and internationally, this is a platform whereby they display, or you get 2 days to go educate yourself about it, sample, taste, know how to find it, and also be able to detect the fake ones from the market as well, and know who and who to speak to in case you need sponsorship, the distributor, the owners, Everything on one venue, which this year we're hosting at Movenpick, which is on the 7th and on the 8th.
Okay.
Yeah. But alongside the way, we have something we call Accra Bar Week, which is the nightlife aspect.
Okay.
So you go to the expo, you educate yourself, and in the evening you go to about 20 to 30 selected bars who are doing a mashup.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, so what you're basically saying is that you're organizing an expo, you're organizing a festival where people can just come in and experience different bars and
different drinks.
Okay.
Different drinks, to the extent from soft to hard to wine to drinks that are made in Ghana. For instance, there's a drink that is made in Ghana from orange, pineapple, banana, guava.
Okay.
You know, these are opportunity for you to come and see that. A lot of, and guess what? A lot of ladies are behind some of these drinks.
Okay.
Like Sahara Solis.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they produce all of these.
Everything made in Ghana. Yeah. So this is a platform that we're using to project these brands.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. I mean, Charlie, what else happens at the...
I mean, when you come to Accra Bar Show, like Kojo said, it's been 3 years. The first 2 years, amazing. This year, we are hoping that it's going to be amazing.
Okay.
The other aspect of Accra Bar Show is, you know, the culture that it creates, and then also opening of opportunities for younger people who will now see bartending, who will now see cocktail making, not just as a hobby, but then a job that they can actually take up, go to school for it, write exams for it, and become very certified cocktail makers. One thing that we've been able to do with Accra Bar Show is to shift the mindset around bartending and cocktail here in Ghana. Mostly when we say bartending, so what we've been able to do is to make people realize that this is a profession that people can take on. Aside from that, what we're doing is we're bringing experts also from international bars, like the workshops, like the master classes. Some of the drinks and some of the cocktails are classics that you need experts to show. So what we're doing is also bringing these people around and then also creating an environment where they are teaching our local bartenders here and then also cocktail makers here. Another thing is to network, because there is a wide range of people that we are inviting over, not just people who are cocktail makers, but businesses and investors who are ready to listen to opportunities and offers from bars, hotels, and every other stakeholders and on the Accra Bar Show, you know, ecosystem.
I mean, usually when we hear about cocktails, one's mind would immediately be drawn to the mojitos, to the pina coladas, the virgin coladas,
Long Island,
you know, old fashioned, Bloody Mary. I hate it.
You know,
and all of that. I did the same
thing. Is it because of the tomato aspect?
I just I hate it. I mistakenly ordered it someday. And I had to get him to take it back. But yeah, I mean, are we going to be experiencing these, you know, traditional, very old ones that everybody knows, or there are more? You know, more nuanced ones, because I've just seen from the video that we displayed a while ago, someone playing around with cocoa and all of that. So
there are more. We'll have even the old ones, and there's been a rendition of those, twist version of those drinks. And we even have the guys are doing incredibly well now, to the extent that they're making cocktails from Alansa, Yoi, beetroot, cocoa, even coconut, even cassava. You know, last year like this, we're happy to host world best, #1 best bar in Ghana, Handshake. He flew all the way to Ghana, spent 3 days with the bar community to also show us how they make their drinks in Mexico, which we also learned something from it. So I can say now the guys are doing something crazy. To the extent that first whereby we used to see bartending as a stopgap, like let me do something and when I get a better job or I get to school or stuff. But now bartending is paying, and it's creating opportunities for these young ones to the extent that they're traveling abroad. These past few months, we've traveled with almost more than 5-6 bartenders to Greece, to Spain, to Germany, to South Africa, to Kenya, championing and promoting Ghana bar culture. You know, so these are all happening at Accra Bar Show. For instance, you have an idea, you want to open a restaurant, you want to open a bar, come to Accra Bar Show, because there are things that you learn from there, how to go about opening a bar, things that you need to do.
Okay.
People don't know they need to register with GRA, they need to register with Senate, they need to register with
Registrar General's Department.
Registrar General and all those things. You learn all those things. You get to meet all these people at Accra Bar Show.
Okay, so we are not just coming to drink and go home, but we're actually coming to learn.
Learn,
Okay.
definitely that. And just as Kojo is saying, there's a whole aspect of it where you need to get very technical.
Okay.
I mean, if you're opening a bar as a hotel, if you're opening a space where you be serving drinks, you don't just go and be serving just because it's for human consumption. It means to take through, you know, some scrutiny from the FDA and this.
Okay.
So all of that is what we are also going to be teaching over there at the Accra Bar Show. This year, what I'm happy about is in the past 2 sessions with Accra Bar Show, we've seen our numbers increase and increase. So this year, what we're looking at is to even widen, you know, and then also expect more people to grace the occasion. We'll definitely drop the details as we continue with the conversation. But this year, the ABS is looking for it to be really, really good.
Okay.
And we're hoping to see how media and then also content creation will be merging with what we are preparing for this year.
Okay, I mean, so who are we expecting? Are we looking at any, you know, international guests? Who is going to be there?
So so we're looking for, basically we're having the people from the hospitality industry.
Okay.
Those on the way, being a waiter, F&B managers, hotel managers, distributors, importers, and we also have international bartenders and owners from globally. For instance, we have people coming all the way from Greece, the Netherlands, the USA, Italy, Belgium, and also Morocco, Senegal, South Africa, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, and also Kenya. Yeah.
Awesome. So all of these people are coming to Ghana just for the Accra
Bar Show.
I mean, and if I want to participate, is it open to everybody? What do I have to be a bartender, or anybody at all can just walk through?
Anybody at all can, but you need to be 18 years before you can come to Accra Bar Show.
Okay.
And it's also open for people, women who are pregnant.
Okay.
So because of alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so 18, you must be 18 plus.
Yes.
You must not be pregnant.
You must not be pregnant.
Okay. Is there a fee?
Yeah, there's a fee. Currently, there's a link where you can get early bird tickets going for 200 cedis.
Okay.
And then there's the actual one after the early bird is going for 300. What we're doing is you get to experience 2 days of, you know, cocktails, 2 days of learning, 2 days of education, and then whatever bar that you go to, once you've paid and you're inside, you get to taste everything. Another aspect is what I would like to dwell on, the Accra Bar Week, where we are having international bartenders coming and then visiting our local bars, trying to do a lot more with our very own alcohol and stuff. So it's something that it's a whole package. After Accra Bar Week, there's the Accra Bar Show. And now what we're doing currently is the Accra Bar Crawl.
Okay.
So we organize about 5, 10, 15 people. We meet at a point and then we do bar crawling, you know, around a certain area. Last week was when we did our first one. It was really beautiful to see. But this year, like I'm saying, once you register, once you pay for your fees, it's 2-day experience. And then you get to also experience all of the goodies that comes with the Accra Bar Show.
Awesome. It's really interesting, you know, what you guys are putting together. And I mean, hopefully we'll try and come and experience what's happening there. But Mia, you want to say something before?
Yes, and this year too, if you want to be a bar manager, we have a course that is being run by Lucas Bowes, which will be done during the week of Accra Bar Show. It's called International Bar Management. It's a diploma in International Bar Management accredited by the European Union, which will be taking place during the bar show. So when you sign up, that one also comes at a different fee. So everything is on the Accra Bar Show .com website.
Okay, awesome. I mean, for our viewers who are watching, we want to give some of them some free tickets. How many are you giving us to give them?
20?
I put you, so we are getting 20 tickets.
20 tickets.
For our viewers who want to come and watch.
So
viewers, there you have it. Next week, of course, we would come up with a criteria for how one can get one of these 20 tickets to be part of the Accra Bar Show. But when exactly is it happening? Where is it happening?
So it's happening in August.
Okay.
The expo is on the 7th and 8th of August.
Okay.
That's the Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
And the venue is Moving Peak Ambassador Hotel.
Okay.
And it starts from 10 a.m. till 8 p.m.
Okay.
for the 2 days.
Now
And in the
is 10
evening,
a.m. not too early for alcohol?
oh, okay. So the honest truth is, not only alcohol is being exhibited there.
Okay.
We have panel discussions.
Panel discussion, seminars, workshops during the day as well.
Awesome.
And master classes.
Awesome.
You know, they're doing food pairing and things also on the venue as well. So
it's like a whole lot.
You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
The education aspect is our main.
Oh, that's great.
And Karen, I would like to also add that we'll be launching very soon. We'll be having our official launch very soon.
Okay.
So officially we'll use our platform to also invite WoezorTV to our official launch.
We will be there.
We'll send an official invitation, so we'd like to see you guys.
We'll be there. We'll come and support. As long as you've given us 20 tickets today. Maybe after the launch we'll take more. but that's a good number. I mean, final words before we go.
Final words is we need to encourage our youth. Although bartending is not basically for left out people who are not doing well in society. For instance, myself, I'm educated. I went to uni before pursuing what I'm pursuing. And we have a lot of guys who are also, you know, have their degrees and masters in bartending. It's created a lot of opportunities and platform. Now we can sit here and be happy that yes, this is also another avenue of platform that is creating employment. And we want people to also look into it.
Awesome. Awesome. Yes, sir.
I would like to say that we're all very much invited to such an amazing event. If it's your first time, just come experience, and then you get to be part of the Accra Bar Show. I'm hoping that we see a lot of people with potential in the bartending and then also cocktail making industry coming. First timers, everybody just come through, because it's not only about just making the drinks. What we're doing is panel discussions, master classes and workshops. So if you have interest in any of the job descriptions or fields in bartending and you know, bar culture, it's a great place to start and learn more.
Awesome. All right, viewers, so there you have it. Kojo is the general manager for Front Back. And Adukwe is the PR for the Accra Bar Show. We're just discussing Accra Bar Show scheduled to happen 8th, 9th of August this year at the Moving Peak Ambassador Hotel. We have some 20 tickets to give away, and we'll definitely be doing that on the show. So stay glued on WoezorTV. My name is Eura Adams Karim. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
If you're watching this with your friends, you'll probably make a joke. Because you know what you feel on the inside isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy, find someone you trust and tell them.
If you get mad at things and you don't know why, or have thoughts about hurting yourself,
Find someone you trust and tell them.
You are never alone when you share.
Seriously, people care about you.
It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share. Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone.
Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher. Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong.
Talk to someone.
Talk to someone.
It's how things get better.
All right, so thank you for still staying with us. It's almost time for us to wrap up. But of course, before we go, let's jump into trends. Let's find out what's been trending lately. I think we came across a particular video over the weekend where, no, I don't want us to delve too much into it. But let's watch the video. Let's just watch the video. Then we'll pass our comments on it. Let's watch the video.
Bible Papa from wo bishop so suffocate so asori mpayimfo steward for so mo ya serious okay mo ya Papa wo kasa no sta ka bibi she ho say say uba mi unchi atait obi biwu mo ma wo ko from one ka say obi biwu ayemfa tight enkotia one kind wo Papa said me me de me ho yemfa nto ho a na wo kan bibi say obi ye adwuma contractor otimi tia tight fine me ye adwuma sabi ye wo kan no sanity I can pay tight me to me tia tight kese pa me tia o dia ma me tia ne say dia me pe na me de ba dia kan me de be je dia me pe wa abonsene fine me ma mi bewu me ma mi nyawuye me papa de obi anim sa asafu mu wa wudada etare me moma so
to bodo tofa
enti dia papa ja ne kwa me kasa wie kwa obi ankasa bi me no ana na yate ase papa de etosu bi tight no a wo ka ho asem no me ma mi e ba bewu no nyawuye na wa betua tight kuku dame na wa be asori ma be yi asori bat anko abeyi 5 million se mo famra na ma pay 15 million dia betia tight after the carbon say saying
okay
sorry ma na ye tua welfare no na dan na mu ye ma obi nye adwuma na oni sika ode ye adwuma betia tight mostly I say obi bi wu nya asema wan tua tight a wo ma obeta de ho ha
okay
papa chain
no ye tell me want me
papa chain say kwantofa papa chain sorry ma na ye tua welfare no na ye dan mu ye ma because onye adwuma kra na obeti metua 10 cedis or 5 cedis with welfare obeka ko support no na ne onye adwuma na obeti na ha na oda bia obeti na ha na da bia obeti na ne bia wu ne onya problem mo se won tua tight nti won ko oba obeja ya sorry.
Okay, so the conversation on tithe is back on the table. I mean, well, largely she spoke in Chi, which I believe Karim will understand much better than I do. Karim, I got a part where it seems as though she's basically saying the tithe there. The people they take the tithe and be. I don't want to repeat the same words, but she sees no reason why tithe should be paid. Critical point she's raised, or what's your take on that? So maybe you can explain what exactly she said.
I mean, so I think she's basically just talking about the church culture, especially as far as money is concerned, and how churches are always on people to come and pay their tithe and all of that. But when it so happens that these people have emergencies, they come and give huge monies to the church, but the church brings
peanuts.
Peanuts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that was where she mentioned the 5 cities, 5 million.
Of 5,000. 50 million, and then she has an issue where you only come and give her 5 million, which is 500 cedis. I mean, she's looking at
but the tithe is different. The tithe is not a welfare scheme.
Granted, it's where does the money go?
No, the tithe basically is for
who?
The what's the name? The workers in the church. So, for instance, the workers here referred to the pastor.
I thought they were doing God's work. Why must we pay anybody to do God's work?
No, because at that time, pastors, I mean, preacher men were not working. They didn't have work. They were fully concentrating on work. So they were fully concentrated on.
Why must we pay them?
You are not paying them.
What are we doing?
It's 1/10 of whatever you earn that goes to support them.
Okay, so it's not money for God. It's for them.
No, it's for the workers in church. Okay. It's for the.
But we're always told there's money for God.
Then that's where the deception comes in. Yeah, I don't know the quotation in the Bible though, but I know scripture supports that.
Yeah.
you know, and he well explains it. Okay. That it's actually meant for this. Is it a Levite or what? Okay. I don't want to confuse myself.
To come back to the woman's point, I think that we must seriously relook at a lot of these conversations, especially with regards to our religious organizations, and to a large extent how some of them are taking advantage of the vulnerability of people.
Yeah.
You see, why on earth would I decide to be part of an association or an organization or even a company and contributing every now and then to that institution, to that group, to that association, to that company? However, when there's an emergency or when I'm in dire need of assistance or support or help, they are not able to come to my aid. Then it leaves you questioning your commitment and your loyalty and your contributions to the activities of that particular association, organization, or company. And it's basically what the woman is saying, that if you want us to continue paying, then of course we must see you coming to the aid of our people. Randy, there are a lot of people every now and then who play very instrumental roles in our religious organizations. But when they are in dire need, when they are having troubles, when they are having challenges, these organizations do not show up for them as much as they contribute towards those organizations. Every human being, it would leave you doubting. It will leave you questioning your association with the people within that space, and as to whether you must continue or shall I find something else and do with your life. I've said time and again that, you see, and these are my personal opinions, you can take it or leave it. But me, that money, that tithe, that 1/10, I'd rather take it and identify somebody and give it to them. Somebody who needs it outside and give it to them. Okay? Rather than go and give it to someone who will chop it when they are poor people.
Then you're not a Christian.
When they are, I'm not a Christian.
No, so hold on. I'm not saying you. The conversation is not limited to us. But I'm saying that in general. Because it was a direct, it was a direct and emphatic instruction
from
God.
Did God tell you that?
Please.
Did you see God for him to tell you?
Oh no, you can go through the scriptures. You can go through the
Did you see God for God to tell?
No, you can go through the
for God to tell you that.
Oh, you can go through the scriptures.
Randy, we must do good.
Yes, listen to what I'm saying.
I support the woman being bold and speaking up.
No.
And I think that a lot of us must start questioning.
She confused every other person. Why am I saying that?
How?
You see, hold on, Karim. The tithe is for a particular reason. Welfare schemes are different. So, for instance, you go to my church, AME Zion Church, we pay tithe. We contribute to a welfare scheme.
How many people work?
Oh no, so I mean, I know people who have not paid tithe before.
I'm just saying, how many people work in the church?
I don't know. I can't give you that figure. But I'm saying that
let's just
it is established that biblically it is established that just like a Muslim.
Yes, I know.
It tells you that you pray 5 times a day.
Yes.
You get it. You can't say because of blah 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 you would skip 1 or skip 2.
Yes.
So according to what the Bible says, and as a believer, regardless, you have to pay tithe.
That's what I'm saying. I see, Randy. It is
paying of the tithe doesn't translate into welfare.
We've been told time and again that the tithe is for God. That's what we've always been told.
But God is not here with us, so it goes to the people in the house.
We've been told, so granted. So I think that the conversation should be made clear that maybe the tithe is for the maintenance of the house of God. You understand? In the maintenance of the house of God, you know that you are going to be paying the pastor. You're going to be paying instrumentalists. You're going to be paying security. You're going to be paying your technical people, those who will do your live stream and all of that. You have bills, electricity bills. And if that explanation is made clear, okay, then I think that people will get it and people would willingly. But the moment it becomes a question of blackmailing, me with God, then I find it very questionable. I'm an Ahmadi Muslim, okay? In Ahmadiyya, we also pay our 1/10. Okay? We pay our 1/16.
Okay.
You get it? And it is clearly stipulated what those payments are meant for.
Good.
So when I'm paying, I know exactly what it is I'm paying for.
Yeah.
And I know where the money is going. And in fact, the beautiful thing about it is that those monies are accounted for.
Yeah.
You are told that this is how much was collected.
Yeah.
This is how much is going to the national. This is how much is going to the headquarters at the international level. This is how much is staying at the zone or at the regional level of the Jamaat. You get it? And what it is going to be used for: electricity bills, cleaning, renovation works, going out to preach. You know, all of those. So those things are clearly stipulated. But already, even within that, I don't see why you should be asking people to contribute to a separate welfare scheme again. That should be able to cater. So the offerings that we take, where do they go? Those ones are meant for what?
The offerings. The offerings.
Yes. When we go to church and they do first offering, second offering, third offering.
It's for the church. So those ones are for the utility bills, security, and blah blah.
So
blah,
the
blah,
tithe alone.
It feeds the church. It feeds the pastor and the family.
So you see, those are the Randy. Look.
No, Karim, hold on. You see, the welfare scheme, the welfare scheme. I could belong to a church,
okay,
and not belong to a welfare scheme.
Okay.
So I won't expect anything when there is an issue. You know the reasons why we put up welfare schemes.
Okay.
So once I am not contributing into that welfare scheme, there is no way I'll benefit. I don't know why we think that when we pay tithe, we should benefit something from the church.
Why should I not?
Why should you? The tithe is not a welfare scheme.
Why should I not benefit something from the church?
The tithe
Why should the pastor be the only one benefiting from it?
Because that is what is being written. That is how it's stated.
He should be driving a luxurious.
That the 1/10
should be driving a luxurious car.
We can argue that.
Okay.
And we can, and I like the part that you spoke about the blackmail.
Yeah.
Because you listen to preacher men, and their concentration is just on the money.
Yeah.
On the money.
Yes.
And they will look for quotations to.
In fact, I remember during COVID, when churches were locked down, and people were struggling to feed because the entire country was on lockdown. Yes, even though friend Accra Kumasi was on lockdown, and people kept saying that. So when the churches come out to support. When the churches go around and buy food stuff and give to people.
Some churches did.
Some churches did, and we commend them for that. Some did not. But you see, the interesting thing is that some of them still had the effrontery to hold services online.
And
when they were holding those services online, they were still putting electronic payments notifications on the screen. And asking people. You see, religion is a beautiful thing. No doubt about it. It does so many fantastic things. It brings us together in unique ways. It shows us a different side of a lot of things. It helps us boost our spirituality and serves as a constant reminder that there is something bigger than all of us who exist on this earth. And so it's bigger. But I think that in recent times, there are lots of people who are unduly taking advantage of that. Like I said, to blackmail people. To abuse people within a certain way. And those are things that we must look at and we must discuss this passionately. Because Randy, there is a point where people have absolutely nothing. The last that they have, they go and put it in the church. Because some pastor says that if you don't contribute to the house of God, you won't go to heaven. You see, there are 10 principles in this life, the commandments that were received by Moses. My thinking is that anybody who lives their life based on those 10 commandments, if you like, don't factor anything again. Randy, if indeed heaven exists, you'll be part of those who go to heaven.
Okay.
What I don't want you to do to me, I won't do to you.
Then we are good.
You understand? Life is very simple. We are those who complicate life. Go out there, work, earn an honest living, take care of yourself, take care of your wife and children, take care of your parents if they are alive, take care of your siblings if they cannot afford to take care of them. Identify people within your community who are hungry, Randy, and if you can, take care of them. If it's school fees, you can pay those school fees for people. Use that to take care of those things. That alone is enough blessing. And when you get up every day, talk to your God.
Okay.
That is what I think that everybody should
we
go about.
We should get a pastor on this conversation.
That's
so
fine.
They clarify
Wake
much
up
better.
in the morning, pray to your God anytime at all you want to pray to your God. Talk to your God anytime at all you want to talk to your God.
Okay. So reactions, right? People are reacting to it. Says accountability feels like an attack when you are not ready to acknowledge how your behavior harms others. So you spoke about the woman being bold, an assertive woman. I love her. Chris Nunu says, at times one may have a legitimate concern, but the presentation of the concern and the choice of words matter. I agree. Yes, it's good she spoke her mind, but I feel she could have exhibited some decorum. That is true.
Attack the message, not the messenger.
NK says, churches have moved from preaching the salvation gospel to tithing. Do not forsake the gathering of the saints, but tell me who are the saints in our churches now. It's unfortunate church members are feeling this way. I know churches need money to run, but don't take it this way. Okay, NK sent in. I mean, that's a reaction from NK. Mr. Gabi says, and it's funny how the pastor, rather than listening to the concerns of this congregant, is trying to cut it short. They know the truth, hence we'll find ways to gag any person who has the temerity to voice it out in the open. How do you go criticize a pastor like that? Seji says, she has hit the nail on the head. This is a rich person speaking, I guess. Our so-called churches should stop tithing blackmail. They should preach about the kingdom of God. That was the main purpose of Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, maybe let's pick this last one. Identity crisis says, was this lay meeting? Hey, this woman has issues on her church, and she's very bold though. To call the Reverend Minister a thief to his face, man.
I'm Loba.
Yeah, she even added, I said, Papa. And that's what somebody said. For you know, she's a very rich woman, very influential in the church.
No, but my point
they can make this comment.
No, Randy, you see, people should be bold enough. You see, we must question things.
Okay.
That is where we fail a lot. We fail to question things.
Unfortunately,
when they give it to us, we take it hook, line, and sinker and get up. But we must question a lot of things.
Okay. I wish we can have this conversation on a broader note as well. So more clarity is given to issues about tithe. Right? But unfortunately, we are out of time. We'd have to draw the curtains here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. It's a Wednesday. Let me say a very big thanks to the crew for helping put this one together, and also to you for always watching. 2 p.m. right here on yours truly, WoezorTV. The sweet evergreen Asantua will be here. You guys say the name is not Asantua. It's what? Asan what?
Mention it.
Asantua.
Nyato.
Asantiwa.
Asantua.
Asantiwa.
Yes.
Okay.
Asantiwa.
Okay. Asantiwa will be here with Tune Talk. You can imagine what she'll bring to the show today. So stick and stay. There is more right here on yours truly, WoezorTV. My name is Randy Haji. Karim was here. Karen also. Godfred and also Asantiwa all joined. Thanks to the team. It's a wrap for now.